Ooh, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to another eclectic edition of PWT Live Show. Yeah. I'm your host. What? Sorry, I'm turned up today. It's a beautiful, sunny summer day. We have AEW Dynamite Beach Break on deck in about 9 minutes, which I will pull up there. I'm running a little behind. I like to hop in early with you guys as everyone files in. Happy 4th of July tomorrow. For the Americans out there, happy Canada Day, a couple days late for my fellow Canucks. You all knew what that's about. Yeah. And yeah, I'm just going to let people file in. Make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, guys. We hit over 1K subscribers over at youtube.com/@prowrestletimes. Let's go.
Dummy. Yeah.
We did it. We hit the 1K. So now what that means, the reason I was like, oh, I need to get to 1K, guys, please, is because now that channel's fully monetized as well. And so that means even more PWT. Yeah.
Whoa.
Embracing the grind, bruv. That means even more PWT. It means it's going to be even harder to get rid of me because of the fact that, yeah, we got ads running on both channels. So thank you all so much. A round of applause for the PWT universe. And yeah, I'm definitely excited for this show, although I'm not excited for the Beach Break main event, which we're going to get into. But before all that, I got to keep plugging my stuff. So last week, no members show. I was busy texting some folk. I got a bunch of wrestlers and stuff lined up. Like this summer is going to be heating up, okay, for the summer as far as like PWT interviews, people I got coming on the show. It's crazy. I see in the chat 52K watching the WWE YouTube. Exactly. There'll probably be less people watching this show tonight. Or at least until that WWE one ends, and then I'll expect an influx of people. I am going to watch that WWE doc, that XL one on Patreon. I'm going to, because otherwise YouTube will flag me, but I'm going to watch it like with it on screen over on Patreon. And yeah, so make sure you sign up for that there. I also have a Kill Tony, which I didn't upload yet, but I promise when you guys see why I've been fucking, I got cussing already 4 minutes in. I got wrestlers and like really cool guests lined up to come on the show. And like people I've talked about a lot on the show too, like whether people that I've said I've spoken to or not, whatever, right? Like people are coming on and it's just awesome. It's really great, man, how much this is all blown up. And it's all thanks to you guys. So again, from me, Phil S. Marks, to you all, round of applause because it's not possible with you guys. And yeah, both channels were at like 33,700 on the one almost, and then over 1,000 over at Pro Wrestle Time. So if you're not, go subscribe to one or the other. And the live show replays go down there as well. Consider becoming a member, only 99 cents. Helps you support the channel. Member chats, your name will be green. You'll get a little badge next to your name that I made all these really cool and funny badges. And yeah, I don't know. Consider checking it out. I mean, it's a great way to support the channel, and you get your chats shown on the screen, at least some of them, as much as I can get to. There's so many of you. It's impossible to respond to all the comments like I used to do back in the day, just a year ago. It's impossible to keep up with it all, but I try to respond to as many as I can, and I hit the like and the heart and give a thumbs up and all that to everybody. Even if you're hating on me, I don't care. I don't get upset.
Emotional damage.
And yeah, so consider becoming a member. It's only 99 cents. Either channel, you get the same perks and you get access to the members only show. And if you're a Patreon as well. And yeah, there was something else I wanted to say about that, but I'm totally drawing a blank. So it must not be that important. Dummy. Yeah.
Dummy. Yeah.
Some about membership. Oh, yeah. If you want to super chat in, you'll for surely get whatever you want read on the show. That's what I wanted to say. But otherwise, I'm going to flip through some green chats like I'm doing now. Of course, I'm giving everyone time. I believe that doc will end at about maybe sooner. You know what I mean? So we're going to let people file in. I wanted to watch it too, but I'm like, no, I'm going to react to it raw on the Patreon because I would watch it here, but they'll just pull me down if I just spent this event watching it. So, we had Dave Meltzer talking about super wrestlers in AEW the other week. And now this week we have Andrew Zarian talking about they're doing a mega main event for Dynamite. Now, did he mean this one? Did he mean, I don't know. I have it in Phil Mark's bookmarks, but it's like, did he mean beach break? Like Garcia versus Osprey? Or did he mean like this event? Here, I'll read it. So you can't, hold on. Let me just see here. Andrew Zarian. We'll jump into Phil Mark's bookmarks, but let me just see. Mega main event for next week's AEW Dynamite. So not this week. Okay, I should change the title. I'm a dummy, but I didn't know. But yeah, so not this week, next week, they're having a mega main event. So I'm going to change the title. This is Beach Break Reaction. Because, yeah, the main event's Garcia versus Bruv. You know what I mean? So here, we're going to dive into Phil Mark's bookmarks here, and we'll just take a look at this card. We'll go over it. As people sort of file in and whatnot. We'll talk about what's going on. But first, yeah, let's tap in with some member chats here. Get my drink open. I'm thirsty, baby. Drinking a Powerade. Oh, Powerade, it's not soda water. Powerade's very hydrating too. It's great. Let's go, everyone. 50K currently watching. Yeah, that's why the viewership's down over here. A few hundred of those people probably jump over when but I'm grateful for all of you that are tuned in here. Roughly, just because I'm going to keep my eye on the viewers there. Yeah. Happy 4th for my American brothers and sisters. Absolutely. Is everyone tuning up their flutes? Of course we are, dude. Flutes all the time. Now up to 52K. That's going to hurt the AEW viewers. They're going to blame it on that. I'm curious if it goes down when Dynamite starts. 53K, 54K. I don't think it'll go down. But mine will go up when that shit ends. That's for sure. As well. So not that I'm worried. There could be 10 of you in here and I'm down to just rock it out with the PWT universe, but you guys know what's up. But yeah, a lot of people taking notice and a lot of cool like guests and stuff. Did I plug everything? Oh yeah. So I did 2 podcasts last week, one with Crossman, and I hope you guys check that out. And I did 2 last week because I was setting up a bunch of other stuff. So I got Ant Evans coming on Friday. So expect another weekend podcast. And also this weekend, I'm going to be out of town. So I don't know if I don't think I can do a Money in the Bank live stream, guys. I'm sorry. I'll do my best. I'll do my absolute best.
You what?
But if I can't, I'll make it up on Sunday and I'll just do a random Sunday stream where I review Money in the Bank and I give my thoughts and and I'll give my picks over on X at prowrestletimes. And yeah, just because I'm going to be out of town, dude, I got to touch some grass. It's too beautiful out. You know what I mean? I got to hit the beach. I got to do the damn thing. So I'm going to do that and drink some cervezas probably. And then when I come back, or before I go, actually, Ant Evans, I'll leave you guys with a juicy one. Ant Evans, he designed UFC Fight Pass. He designed the UFC Hall of Fame. He worked directly with Scott D'Amore in TNA one-on-one. He's coming on the show. We're going to talk MMA. We're going to talk pro wrestling. We're going to talk YouTube. It'll be I was going to say tremendous. I was going to say compelling and tremendous at the same. So I went tremendous. But yeah, I'm a dummy. But yeah, it's going to be a tremendous and compelling conversation, to say the least, with Ant Evans there. So make sure you all tap in to that. I'll upload that this weekend. I'm talking to him on Friday, so I'll try and get it up Saturday morning so that when I'm out of town, you guys got something. You know, I don't like to leave you guys empty-handed there. And yeah, make sure you're in the Discord. The link's down below. I'm sure Denisha, who's in the chat, will you know, if you guys can, you guys know how to do it. Click the description down below, or Denisha will throw it in the chat. The link to the Discord. Join us there too. You know, usually I post stuff there first, and you know, I'm in there more and more now, which is awesome. And yeah, there's about 52 of you filed in. Dynamite's about to start. I got fill marks, bookmarks open. Let's get these likes up to like 30 likes. If there's 50 of you watching, let's get them up to like 30. And then let's review this card and get into Dynamite here. So artist formerly known as Jaboni Jabber, Brody, became a YouTube member. Hey, I appreciate that. So yeah, 99 cents below. And if you're already a member, you can gift them too. You can gift them to people. Let's say there's a hater in the chat, gift them a membership. That's the funniest thing you could do. And then they get notifications about all my shit. It's hilarious. But yeah, appreciate you so much. And Merge, you what? He asked for it. He
You what?
It for $2. Thank you so much. Yeah, so here we go. Dynamite's about to start. So let's run through this card quick. I mean, we got Dr. Brit Baker, DMD. We're going to hear from her. We're going to have a Mercedes Mone double championship celebration, which is what I'm doing with my 2 channels here. We're going to get a lot of CM Punk chants because they're in Chicago. It's crazy because this, I don't know, a double champ celebration and then DMD has her own thing. Wouldn't it make more sense to like have DMD interrupt the celebration as well? Here, Renee Paquette's on the screen. And then we have Wildcard versus Jeff Jarrett. Wildcard who? Dijak? Ricochet? Who knows? They're probably going to beat Jarrett after he delivered an impassionate, beautiful promo that lets everybody know, like, hey, this is like this. Jeff Jarrett should win the Owen, but then the winner goes on to headline Wembley, don't they? So Tony Khan booked himself into a corner. He's a dumb fuck. This is awful. And they're starting this show with Daniel Garcia. Like, just a slap in the face. Like, Tony Khan does not care about fans. I need everyone to remember that and just know that. Pac versus Danielson, awesome. That's like a dream match in any other fucking, if it was booked properly. Chris Statlander, Willow Nightingale, that's a solid match. I feel like we've seen them interact a bunch, but we need a conclusion to that. Then Will Ospreay and Garcia for the International Championship. Garbage, man. Like, just garbage. I'm not excited for this at all. I got to be totally honest. I also got to change the title of these videos. So if I go quiet, hold up. MJF's on the screen. And I got to tweet this out. MJF being on the fucking... Here we go. And I'm swearing too much to the show already, but what can you do? So, chat, let me know what you guys are most excited for tonight. And I'm actually going to start a poll in the chat. I'm going to start one here. Start a poll. Or I'm actually going to start a Q&A and let you guys answer. What are you most excited for tonight on AEW? There you go. You guys can answer that if you're on the Pro Wrestle Clips. Yeah, I posted a question. I'm not too sure how those, you guys can go and look over at that and just answer what that is over on the Q&A. We have Danielson coming out to set things off against Pac. So this will be an awesome match, actually. I'm looking forward to this. Not mad at this at all. Let's see what the chat's saying here. Oh, we have, a new member. You ain't hype. Thank you so much for becoming a member. You ain't hype. And yeah, and that's the thing. Like, most channels, their memberships are like $5, $10. If you become a member to both of my channels, that's $2 Canadian. We're talking, that's 70 cents in American. To the pound, that's like 85 cents, dude. So get on that. Here we go. I think Pac wins this at a shocking upset. That's my prediction. WrestleMania documentary was very good. Good. I'm gonna watch it on. I'm gonna EFAP it on Patreon with you guys, so I can show it on the screen without getting pulled down. 2,000 Thunder level card. Pac and Danielson are equal to the cruiserweights at the time, and the rest is meh. You know what? I'm not going to argue that because realistically, like, you could look at them as like a Malenko Jericho at this level in this stage. Found your stuff a few months ago. I really enjoy it. Greetings from Southern Alberta. What up, dude? A fellow Canuck. Let's go, man. Glad to have you here. It's an upset, though. Danielson giving everyone the rub. Yeah, he's going to give Pac the rub here. That's why he got that win the other week, because that's how Tony Khan thinks you book properly, my dog. And guys, yeah, we have the legendary. I've been chopping it up lately with the legendary. Oh my God, who did I? Sorry, I'm just reading. They're doing a holy shit chant. I'm chopping it up with the legendary. What's his name? Meltzer said what? So he's not interested in coming on the show. He just like, I don't want to make things about me. But now I have a direct line to the GOAT who's like directly feeding me and telling me what I need to know and stuff for these Meltzer Moment of the Week segments. So they're going to get even better, guys. You know what I'm saying? It's only going up from here as far as PWT is concerned. And I thought I sent this link out to everyone, and I didn't. So let me see if anybody wants to pop in tonight. I'm sure there's somebody somewhere who may want to. And if not, that's all good. Because you know how we get down here. Sorry, I am actually, you guys can probably tell, hey, I am very into this match, actually. I do. I was excited for this one. So I'm glad they kicked. These are two guys, like, you're going to set the show off, do it with this. I was going to tweet out, kicking the show off with Garcia is the stupidest thing you could ever do.
Danielson, I spot Danielson trying to get out. And a 2-on-1, 2 hands on 1 wrist by Pat. And now trying to grab that chin up.
Yeah, I'm excited, man, about that fucking WrestleMania doc. I want to watch it. And they ended it right before Dynamite started. So if anything, they should get a boost. You know what I mean? They should get a boost in viewership for that, like, or whatever. Maybe it makes people like. They're going to use it as an excuse if this rating does bad, but at least WWE like did them a solid. They could have ran it right against them. And so I don't know, man. We'll give a round of applause for a classy WWE. And, oh my goodness, Pretty and Pixel Art for $10 says, I can't hang tonight because of birthday stuff. Haha. But can't wait to listen. Enjoy Dynamite. Bruh. Thank you so much. Is it your birthday, Plinian? You're saying you can't hang out, but I always ask you questions. You always drop nuggets like, oh, I'm doing calculus. And it's like, well, what? Are you fucking building a robot or are you in school, you know? And then here you're like, I got a birthday. It's like, is it your birthday, good sir? Whose birthday is it? Happy birthday if it's yours. Thank you for just dropping in, putting 20 down and saying, I love the PWT universe. And I love Phil Marks. And I want to hear more content. And I want to hear you babble when I'm done my birthday party. Wow, tremendous, and thank you. And I guess I'll give you a round of applause and happy birthday, guys. Yeah, wish him a happy birthday. If it's Plinian's birthday, I want to see happy birthdays in the chat for Plinian. We will drop some cake in the chat for Plinian. Thanks, Denisha. Yeah, I appreciate you, Denisha, as well. She's in the chat helping out with mod stuff. If you need, you just shout out, hey D, and she'll help you out if you need like a link or something. I'm pretty sure she's got it on deck. Phil, do you watch the Cornette watch along video of last week's BCC versus LIJ match enlightening? Do I find it enlightening? Yeah, I absolutely do. Did I watch that clip? No, I did not yet. Did I know it existed? No. Am I fucking excited to watch that now that I know that's a thing? Yeah, big time. If I keep it vague, oh my God, what is this guy doing? Plinian again. I gotta. We're playing Plinian some music tonight, guys. We're playing Plinian some music. I don't got happy birthday, but we'll hit you with this right here. Hey, Let's go. So Plinian says, if I keep it vague, you have to keep talking about me. It's mine and I'm spacey. Oh my God. Plinian's feeling himself. Well, listen, dude, we'll give you a round of applause, and I appreciate you so much. And and I'm glad you're spacey too. Here, we'll get spacey off that Perry pack in Minecraft, and we'll join you. We'll try to get to your level. And happy birthday. Just tremendous, and I wish you all the best birthday wishes, and thanks for tapping in just to say hello. Enjoy your damn night, okay? Come tell us about it on the next live show. When I'm back from vacation on Sunday, you come tell me about it on that live show, and we'll chat you up about it. Thank you so much, Plenty and Pixel Art. Happy birthday, my guy. That's hilarious. And these guys are chopping the hell out of each other. Look at that Cornet clip was awesome, making it rain on the live stream. No trash in the product. Only thing I'm looking forward to is the in-ring action. Yeah. I mean, and it's okay if it is a trash of the product. You ain't hype. Let it be a trash. You know, you can do that. Haha, appreciate you, Phil, and PWT Universe. Y'all are the best. Well, you're a part of it, man, and you are the best. So Pack with a tremendous divey flipperoo there. And yeah, I couldn't finish my tweet because Plinian just making it rain on us here. What's going on? It's a good day today for the PWT Universe. That's for damn sure. And I can't wait to show you guys, I can't wait to bring you guys an interview. I'm not trying to be vague, but I'm not trying to blow my wad. And I don't like to talk shit. I like to do shit. You know what I mean? So I like to do shit, and then I go, see, look at that cool shit I did, you know, instead of like talking about things that don't happen. You know what I'm saying? So, and even the little thing where I'm like, member show every Thursday, and I just can't even make it happen every Thursday. I'm so busy. So even that, I talk shit about that doesn't happen. I don't like that. So I'm just like, and I'm not going to blow my wad, right? It's not going to be like, oh, Jim Cornette himself is the first guest. You know, it's not going to happen that way. Okay. If that happens, it will happen when the time is right. You know, it's not like Triple H is the first guest, but it's like down the road. You know what I mean? If that, you know, that stuff can happen. I'm going to build for you guys, right? It's just like wrestling. We're going to build up to those big moments together, you know, and you guys have been here with me for the ride. And I told you just over a year, and I told you, man, it's going to be good when you guys see what's coming and who I'm talking to, who I'm chatting up, and yeah. And all people who are relevant to the show too, as far as like, if you go back to episode 1 of PWT Pod, you'll be like, damn, he was talking about this person then, or he, you know, so good stuff. I can't wait. And I'm being vague too, like Plenty and Pixel Art, to keep you all wondering and clicking. You know what I mean? The Pac and Danielson are now sort of fighting on the outside. So they went to the outside for a second and it was good with me. And then they took it right back in the ring. And then now they're outside doing chops. Usually in AEW, you know, a Mox match pops off and then they just brawl outside to get the crowd hot. And then they take it to the inside. I like that they just worked on the inside first for a while. Now they're taking it to the outside. Very WWE paced match. Everyone's going to say, this match was awesome. Yes, they're pacing. They're chomping. Danielson selling every stomp. Pac is not just stomp, 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 next move. He stomp, takes his time. Stomp, takes his time. Steps on his neck, takes the 4 count. Sells to the ref. Takes a lap, walks up to Danielson, slowly gets him up, you know, pacing. This is what makes good wrestling. Jesus Christ. I'm not letting Plinian have all the glory. I'm not George Captor, I appreciate you so much as well. Super chat fight. No, seriously though, I appreciate you guys so much. And yeah, he just had to take your shine. And yeah, I don't know, Plinian. He's taken a bit of that glory. It's not your birthday, George. So ultimately he does win. Is his day technically, but on your birthday, we'll remember this moment in time. Thank you so much. And George, are you watching Dynamite tonight, or are you are you grazing it, or are you just like, no, I'm gonna hear Phil babble about it tonight? Let me know what you're talking. Geez, just realized they are doing a semifinal match before the first round is done. Oh my God, are they really? What? Hold on. What is this a round? Is this a semifinal match? Holy shit. Oh my God. I can't believe LK. You just dropped a bomb, dude. Wow. I didn't even notice that. I'm tweeting that out. Sorry if there's dead air, guys. I got to tweet this out. I'm writing it too. A member of the PWT universe, LK informed us all that AEW is featuring a semifinal match in the Owen Hart Cup tournament before 2 quarterfinal matches in the Owen Hart Cup tournament. SMH. Oh, just striking, riveting podcasting, YouTubing live show here. Hey, listening to me talk out my tweets, my ex's chat. We are live now, and I'm going to drop the link here. Hilarious. Thank you, LK, for that. That's like I need a bombshell sound effect because that's crazy. It's actually nuts, and I didn't even notice that. So that's how much I've cared about this tournament. Like, I could care less. Here we go. Pinning that to the profile. That for surely will trigger people, dude. Two. Me point. So you like tournaments? Like a round robin? That's what we're gonna get. That's what we're gonna get in response. Shit, you ain't hype. If AEW slow down their matches and actually use ring psychology, the sickos will rage and say they sold out. They might, but at the same time, you know what? You ain't hype. They be saying all the time, oh, Edge and Christian had a classic. And it's like, yeah, because they built up to the hardcore spots and they're fucking, you know what I mean? They're waiting to do the big moves, and they're doing rest holds, as Dave Meltzer would call them, and they're building up to things. So I don't know, man. We'll see. But if they sit there and go, this Pac Danielson match is great, it's like, well, yeah, look at how they're wrestling. Like, see, Pac hits now he should cover him, though. Now, Pac not covering him here. So what Pac did is he got Danielson to the outside, jumped off the announce table with an elbow drop to the floor, and then did a springboard elbow drop in the ring, and then tombstone pile drived him, and then Danielson kicked out. So that I don't like, right? Like, cover him after. Like, I like the elbow drop on the outside, springboard elbow drop, cover him. Oh, it doesn't work, tombstone him then. You know what I mean? But yeah, you are right, though. Like, a lot of them are starting to say that if AEW is going to go more WWE, then that's not for me. And I don't want any part of this. And it's like, man, shut up, you know? Thanks for the super chat, man. Here, I'll give you a Conan and a dummy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Killing it tonight. Loving it, doing it. Here we go, a crippler crossface or a label lock, depending on who you ask and what era of time. I can't wait until Meltzer tries to say real sports do that all the time. Brian! Oh, man. Just their excuse to stop watching a bad product. Michael Driard. Yeah, I agree. I think that's they're going to jump off the ship and they're going to have all the excuses about why. Or they're just going to say what we say and go, hey, does no one notice this? Kind of annoying. No, Dave doesn't apologize. Amateur wrestling tournaments do that, but only when there's a loser's bracket. Exactly. And that's what they'll say. Well, amateur wrestling. Okay, I didn't know fucking Luchasaurus and Anarchy Arenas was close to amateur wrestling, you know, so stupid. If an Anarchy in the Arena match can movie up the rankings, I don't want to hear about amateur and sports-based wrestling. Ray J's World for $5. Jesus Christ, why isn't it working? Stupid soundboard. I think you should call for Conan every time Tony Khan books a match. Like, he shows he has autism. Oh, come on. I should know I'm autistic. Okay, I was going to say, well, you're autistic, so you can call it out when you see it. My nephew's on the spectrum, severe. He's a severe case of autism, you know what I mean? And so I am familiar with it too. I think everyone's got a touch of something. You know, society's in a weird place these days. I think everyone's got a touch of the tiz. You know what I mean? But hey, that's just me. I'm just joking. But hey, man, I appreciate it. And if you're calling it, hey, I'll trust your word, you know? I'll trust your word on it. And I'll give you a Conan call. And I should call for Conan. The Conan call is the greatest ever. Those who get it, get it. And it's the greatest ever. You know, and all of AEW right now is sort of in that mode where like the fact you have Andrew Zarian, we're gonna cover it in a bit, but just talking about like a mega main event. Like, what are you talking? Dave Meltzer, they have super wrestlers. Like, what are you guys talking about? They can never live up to the hype. And I got some people mad on X for saying that. You know what I mean? I'm trying to stay locked into this match here, though, guys. So sorry I'm not diving into the bookmarks as fast as you would like. I'm sure. Abu Psycho D. I also got to edit the titles of these videos, so give me a second here because it's not the mega main event. It is the what should we call this? The AEW Beach Break Watch Along. Not enough words for that, or letters for that, so we'll go Beach. I can't type. Here we go. AEW Beach Break Reaction. That's how we're going to fix the title of the live. Thank you very much. Sorry, so mega super main event next week, guys. So even more to look forward to. They're doing a good job here of marketing. No? Do you guys think? So did Pac get beat? Oh, my God. So, yeah, we were wrong. That's just bad business. So they 50-50 book Pac. Here, I'll end the Q&A. I guess. I don't really know how the Q&A works, guys. So hopefully you guys answered it. I'll end it. And, yeah, I'll put a poll in the chat there after. Pause. Poll in the chat. 110 of you watching now. Please get those likes up to I'm going to beg for 100. You guys know that. I'm a like simp. I'm going to simp for 100 likes. We're at 40 right now. Let's get up to 50 at least. Let's work up to 100 slowly. So later tonight, we have Jeff Jarrett wildcard. I'm going to put a poll in the chat, and I'm going to ask you guys, who do you think the wild card will be tonight? And I'm going to put some options. Ricochet, Dijak, Hangman, or what's another one? What would be a good one? Here, we'll put okay, so I put a poll. If you're at Pro Wrestle Clips, you'll see the poll. And yeah, get involved in that. I gave you 4 options. Who's the wild card? Ricochet, Dijak, Hangman, or CM Punk? Let's go. We'll end the voting right before when Jeff Jarrett makes his entrance. How about that? So, or Shane O'Mac would have been a good one too. Sorry, I didn't put that one in, but that would have been a good one though, however. Okay, Willow's on screen. Looking good, cutting good promos. Like, fuck, man. They just have her do jobs, man.
Smile anyway is for all the hard-working people who never get an inch of appreciation.
Okay, shouting out, yeah, all the hard-working people who never get an inch of appreciation. Let's go. 120 of you watching. Let's get to 100 likes. I'm going to keep saying it till we get there. And yeah, I'm going to add the beach break on here. And then mega main event is next week. So it gives us something to look forward to. You know what I mean?
She may have lost, her beloved TBS championship, but she gave it the fight of her life. And so now opportunity.
Dude, Willow's so over, way more real than Mercedes Moné, who we're going to get into in a bit. We'll get into during the commercial break here. We'll do Mercedes Moné. But it's just like way, like so, I don't know, so much better than Mercedes. Like, it's crazy. Mercedes comes in. Well, we'll talk about it. I'm not going to jump the gun here. It's just.
Why? Because nothing matters.
Nothing matters, smile anyway. That's what Willow says. I like that. That's a great saying. So, yeah, and then those of you just tuning in, let us know in the chat how that WrestleMania doc was, because I know that's where you all were. And I was thinking about being over there too and starting a little later, but I was like, nah, can't do that to the good folks. So, yeah, I see in the chat here. Let me see. Got to get Willow to WWE. She would run NXT. Willow is so much better than most of the chicks on here. So, speaking of which, Willow Nightingale, right? Like Mercedes Moné, she lost. I'm Meltzer in over here. Sorry, I'm having a Phil moment of the week here. I'm adjusting things, and I'm tripping over my own words here as I pack this Perry pack in Minecraft, guys. So, but. Willow Nightingale, she does a job to Mercedes Moné. Stephanie Vaquer, who nobody knows, but she won everyone over during the pay-per-view, did a job to Mercedes Moné. Mercedes Moné is 3 matches deep into AEW, and she has creative control. She's been talking all about it in interviews this last week. So this woman has creative control, and she booked herself 2 titles in 3 matches in AEW. That is Hulk Hogan, brother. That is Mercedes Mogan, brother. I don't know how else to. Mercedes Mollywood Hogan and Hollywood Monet over here. How many more can we come up with? Let's go. And yeah, man, it's been really cringe. Like I've been trying to like her. You guys know, if you listen to the show, the podcast, the live shows, you already know your boy Phil is like trying to get in. I'm putting her over, go get your money, do all this stuff. But she's just talking all this cope nonsense, and we'll get into it later with Zack Sabre Jr. too, but it just sounds so fake and phony because none of them are speaking the truth. Just speak the truth and say, I want a bunch of money, and I want to be in Mandalorian, and I want to wrestle in Japan and Mexico, and I want to be part-time in America and get paid as much money as I can for as little work. They had me working too much at the other place. But none of them do that. They all just say this cringe, weird shit and try and Mercedes just comes across fake and phony. Willow just cut a promo there. She dropped a great line. Mercedes could never. She just goes and don't forget, Monet is forever. Monet is money. Like, whereas Willow just says, gives a great, powerful, emotional, impassioned fucking promo and tells us her vocation and why she wants that TBS title and what her goal is now in the Owen Hart tournament, and she just drops a bar on us like, don't forget, like, it doesn't smile because it doesn't, nothing matters anyways, keep smiling. That, like, Mercedes ain't dropping bars like that. We got a super chat here. Shaggy Phil, speaking of the spectrum, I remember when a Cult of Cornette fan wrote in and said he believed Meltzer was on the spectrum. The fan worked with autistic children and explained how Meltzer fit the bill. And I'll give you an air. This isn't a Meltzer dumb moment of the week right now, but yeah, I mean, if people who are on the spectrum or who work with people or etc. are the ones claiming that, it wouldn't shock anyone. It wouldn't. I wouldn't be shocked if I was. You know what I mean? You guys, for real. Like, I might be. So I don't know. Like, it is what it is. I'm not a doctor, but hey, if autistic people want to come in here and be like, yeah, Dave's autistic, fair game. You know what I mean? I'm not going to tell you. I mean, and thanks so much for the super chat. You guys are dropping bombs on the super chat today. It's ridiculous. I just applaud you all so much, and thank you all so much for being here. But if you want to link me or tag me that clip, I'll gladly play it on the show as a part of Meltzer's dumb moment of the week. I was unaware of that segment as well, and if somebody can find us that clip, I would absolutely, we'll play it and EFAP it on the show together. How about that? If not this episode, the next one. So because it is topical, it is relevant. So thank you so much, Shaggy Filth, for that. And George Capter says Marvin's impression of Mercedes last night was spot on. Over on Toonie Talk. Yeah, so I was there last night as well with Travis Heckle, Jim Cornette's the guy who does his thumbnails, and who else was on with us? I believe I forget. We have Last Call podcast was up there with us, and yeah, his impression was he was going hard on Mercedes, dude. And it was hilarious. He was popping us all, you know. And yeah, that was such a blast yesterday as well. And round of applause for it was some celebration yesterday. We're all celebrating. It's good times here in the IWC. Thank you, George Capture, as well, making it rain tonight too. George is like, I'm in this race, boy. Don't where's Plinian at? You know, he's like, I ain't backing down. So we're all on the spectrum. Yeah, I agree. Whoever said that in chat, what was that, Jarrett? Yeah, I agree with you, buddy. So now Mark Briscoe's going to drop a solid promo here. Ring of Honor champ versus TNT champ. And it's so dumb. Why even have Briscoe be the Ring of Honor champ? Oh, we could just put him on pay-per-views and say it's Briscoe, you know? Or whatever one he has, the TV title. I don't know. Ring of Honor needs to be their NXT and a YouTube show. Tony's failing Ring of Honor. Dead worse than WWE ECW is dead, and I stand on that until the end of time. Anyways, though, we got sidetracked. But so Mercedes Mone, though, you know, we have Willow cutting these impassionate promos. You know, she gets beat. The crowd doesn't like that. You know, Vacquer shows that she's light years ahead of Monet, and Monet came out and said, well, I was looking to make Vacquer in that match. Like, I wanted to make her in that match, and she did, even with a loss. No, she tapped her out clean. It wasn't like Bret Hart making Stone Cold with that with the, you know, bloody tap out that happened. But Mercedes Monet's been doing interviews, and I triggered a lot of people too. And I had people who were indifferent. Some were like, no, I agree with you, Phil. And a lot of people were like, I don't agree with you. You know what I mean? And it's just, Monet is just, she explains why she left WWE as we're watching Dynamite, and they're just making a big mistake here. So Jack Perry is beating up Mark Briscoe, and there's tons of heat on it. And then there's tons of heat, the crowd's into it. Then O'Reilly runs out, and then it just completely takes away from that so that they can set a matchup, a tag match with Okada and Perry or whatever. Like, this is so bad. And then the Bucks come out. Like, Briscoe's a singles champ. Perry's a singles champ. Let them just build to that singles feud. Don't have fucking, you got 3 guys with 3 different belts in the ring, and then the Bucks are coming in with their fucking tag belts. It's like all these guys, it's so bad. This show is so fucking bad, man. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm getting distracted. So Mercedes Moné explains why she left WWE. Let's listen to this here.
What was the reasoning that you left?
There's so many reasonings.
Oh, okay.
There's so many reasons. Like, bro, I tweeted this out. I got people mad. She was literally the World Tag Team Champion. Headlined WrestleMania and shit. Super cringe. And yeah, I got fucking 70K hits on that. A bunch of likes. You guys can see it.
But the biggest thing is
if you're just listening, though, we ratioed everyone with this one, but it got a lot of impressions.
Heart and my soul. Something didn't felt right that day. How we were talked to didn't settle in my heart. And I just instantly knew, like, if I wasn't going to take control of my life right here and now, then I was never going to be happy there by having someone talk to me the way that they do, or feeling like you just don't belong. Like, okay, I've been doing this for 14 years, and to feel like this as this low, my soul's like, no, get up, go.
So she felt she wasn't being talked to good, right? She main evented WrestleMania against Bianca Belair. She was the current World Tag Team Champion. Remember when this happened? And what happened was Naomi, they wanted to book her to lose in a singles match, right? So Jade and Bianca just did this shit totally fine, no problems, right? But Mercedes felt bad in her soul the way she was being talked to because Naomi had to lose in a singles match when you were the tag champ. Oh, my God.
That's a big decision, though.
It was the hardest decision.
I mean,
WWE was always my dream when I was 10 years old. So to be with that company for 10 years and to walk out was the hardest decision I've ever made.
Imagine when Eddie Guerrero, when they were like, okay, you and Chavo are going to be tag champs. Imagine if he was like, orale, I'm getting out of here, vato. Like, my heart ain't right for this, but like, that's her inspiration. What would Eddie do? What would Eddie do? He put the team on his back. Any accounts of Eddie, any stories of Eddie Guerrero, he put the team on his back every time. Okay, even when he signed with WCW, he walked in there with the Rascals in them. Pardon me, the Rascals. Y'all know what I'm talking. The Radicals, pardon me. And they're like, no, we're getting signed as a team. Like, we're getting signed together. You know what I mean? Like, Eddie put the team on his back. Mercedes, she's riding for AEW harder than the P. She wouldn't have got this deal from AEW if it wasn't for WWE. Crazy, man. Now I get it. Oh, you were being talked bad to by Vince. So is everyone.
I made in my whole life, but it's now the greatest decision I've ever made because where I am today, the TBS champion, the highest paid woman in women's wrestling history.
Come on. I was
Thank
going
you,
to ask
Kev.
if that's
Thank
true.
you, Tony.
Yes.
Thank you, AEW. And I can just...
Okay, but what does that mean? So you were the highest paid, but then what have you done? Have you drawn a TV? Can you do a WrestleMania gate again? Do you know what I mean? Like, where's the $1 million gate Mercedes drew alone? Why the fuck is she worth all that money? Because she was in WWE, and she's not even actually worth all that money. She was maybe worth that. She was probably worth what WWE was willing to give her. And they were probably offering her more than she was actually worth, knowing that she could get more from fucking Tony Khan. But it's like, where's these astronomical, like, they don't even sell her t-shirts, bro, which I'm going to play a video of their merch. It hasn't gotten better. It's gotten worse, in fact. Okay. So like, where is the highest paid women's wrestler? Like, yeah, that's a flex, but like, at least when you hear things like, oh, LeBron James, the highest paid basketball player in history, at least he's LeBron James. At least he wins chips. Okay? Not saying you don't. You do win chips. You main evented WrestleMania, but what do you do in AEW now? What are the accolades? Oh, the booker says you win this simulated contest. And he trusts you to be the lead or the champion of what? TBS. So where the TV ratings did their lowest of all time? The TV that you're barely on, you just do backstage call-in little promos. So like that's the metric, right? So like when people go, Diesel was the worst WWF champion. Right? It's not even like the talent he was facing off with were bad or the matches were the shits. It's that the houses and the ratings were the worst. That they were. He wasn't a draw. That's what it is in pro wrestling. Right? That's why people get away with Bret Hart slander. That's what it is now. Oh, does the business have lulls and that? Yeah, sure. But it's like when it's just consistently going down and down and down and you come in and you don't do anything to change that. So highest paid for what? Shohei Ohtani, if you guys like baseball, is the highest paid guy, whatever. But guess what? He hits home runs and he fucking strikes people out on the mound. So like, what are you doing? Right? That's all I'm asking, Chad. Am I going too hard or is this fair? Like, I think shared the link to the YT video about 10 minutes in. Okay, we'll get that cleared up in a bit here. Thank you so much, Shaggy Filth. And we'll cover that. Conan. I hope I'm being fair though, chat. Let me know when I'm talking out of my ass here, right? Like, let's continue with what she's saying. And I'm never going to sit here and go like, her feelings aren't valid. Everyone has feelings, but there's feels and reels. And I'm not saying discount your feelings, right? Because sometimes feels affects reels and all that. But like, what did she feel she was owed? This? So that means like you don't honor your contract in order to achieve these things? Like if she wasn't just walking out of WWE and all that, Tony wouldn't have thrown this big of money at her either. If her deal was up and it was a negotiation thing, Tony would outbid, but he would know, like, okay, I can match whatever there, because they probably have it in the contract. They have the right to offer first, right? Like, that's UFC contracts are like that. They have the right to match or whatever, you know? So I'm sure the WWE has similar clauses, right? It's just like protection on their end. So if she had to let her contract expire, he wouldn't have given her this much. It's because it's like Jeff Hardy. Like, he did what he did knowing, like, well, I'll get fired and Tony will for surely hire me. So I don't know, man. It's just weird. And it's just like a weird, like, that's not even a flex. Like, show up there, do $1 million gate for them like Punk did, draw them 1.2 million viewers, 2.8 or whatever it was, like Punk did, and then come and say I'm the highest paid and this is why. That's why Punk went off at that press conference. He went, look, I'm the fucking, but Mercedes is like, nah, I'm cool. I'll just go wrestle in Mexico and I'll just take Tony's bag, and that's great. And I'm just going to go do Mandalorian, etc. And that's fine. Do that. I'm all down with all that, but say that. Don't be like saying that like fucking, you know, Rhea Ripley's hotter than you right now, dog. You know what I mean? And she, like, let's talk about right now. If you lined up, I don't know, if you lined up 10 promoters right now and you said, hey, here's Rhea Ripley and here's Mercedes Mone, who you taking? Like, they're all gonna, even Tony Khan, they're all gonna go like fresh, clean slate. They're both free agents right now, and you can negotiate them from 0 going up. Even Tony Khan's gonna try and get Rio. What are you talking about? So I'm just being honest. I'm sorry if it's harsh. I don't hate fucking Mercedes. Got another super chat here. Talks like every mean girl I've ever known. Disingenuous and full of herself. And the way she talked about her hubby making her that outfit, ew, gross. So we're going to get into that. And thank you so much. I'm going to give you a bruv, and I'm going to give you a round of applause for the $5. And guys, I'm bibbling and babbling while Stat and Willow are having a pretty solid match. But again, after the fucking Danielson Pac match, don't have another knock him out, drag out war. Have like Wardlow come out and squash some dude and then show us like a recap of last week or something. Like, you know what I mean? There's so much you could be doing here. But yeah, she does. It's just mean girl vibes. It's just disingenuous. It's just fake. It just sounds fake. And Zack Sabre Jr. is doing that shit too, which we're going to get into in a bit. But yeah, let's continue. I got way more Mercedes to get into. So
Let's go on and on of all these
pause.
amazing opportunities that have happened since I listened to my heart and just walked out. I walked out of that door and I walked into.
And that's what I'm happy that she just went, I followed my heart. I walked out. I did my acting, and I'm going to go wrestle all over the world and do my thing. Brock did that. I applaud him. Austin did it. I applaud him. I actually do applaud her. And I applaud Naomi, who went and did her thing in TNA and actually helped usher in a new era, helped get people watching TNA and got the knockouts buzzing, got so much hype around the knockouts. And then she passed the torch to Jordan Grace and then got the fuck out of there. And then after like a year, and then went back to WWE. And now she's playing her role there and helped get all. And then now Jordan Grace, we're seeing the TNA crossover. Naomi went and did the damn thing. I applaud that. I even applaud Mercedes. I do. But the only thing is that now I get it. Times are different. But would she have done that if Tony Khan didn't have AEW? That's all I'm saying. Now, we could play ifs and buts all day. If ifs and buts were candies and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. I get that, right? But, you know, Batista was like, I'm going to go do Guardians of the Galaxy. They laughed in his face. He walked and said, fuck it. I'm going to go do Guardians of the Galaxy. Would she's like, it was like pulling teeth to do Mandalorian, whatever. Would she even be in the position to do these things or to just waltz into AEW and get that contract if it wasn't for where WWE put her? That's all I'm saying. Would a Batista have been able to just go, oh, fuck it, I'm going to go do Guardians of the Galaxy if he didn't get known in Hollywood because of his time in WWE being his resume? You guys understand what I'm saying? That's why you got to love, like, John Cena, these guys, you got to show them love. The Rock, oh, The Rock's coming in and just invading the show and making it all about fucking cry more. You know what I mean? Like, he's giving back, dude. He went there and got his ass beat. You know, he won at a WrestleMania match, and then he got chokeslammed by The Undertaker, and then, you know, Cody kind of sunned him. and one up them, and then we're gonna see him come back down the line. Like, that's good for the business. I'm not saying Mercedes she wants to be like The Rock. Good for her. But like, just, I don't know, man, to try and it's just sort of playing victim. Like, everyone was in that position, and I get it. She's telling her side of the story, but it just seems fake. No, it seems to me like it's not like that. This wasn't really the issue. It seems to me the issue to her was she wanted to just go wrestle in Japan. She saw the boom. She saw the money on the table, and she knew, like, well, fuck, I could just go walk to the end of this other place and get money. What are they going to, I'll just CM Punk their asses, you know? And that's totally fine. But don't, like, at least Punk went on a fucking show and was like, look, he said names. He said how he wanted to make it work. He said how he didn't like this, but he'd be willing this. He laid it on the line. He came back here, tried to make it work in AEW, got mad and said, yeah, I'm doing the $1 million gate. Yeah, one Bill Phil. Like, he talked about that shit as well, right? But he did it in a way where, you know, he was fighting for the people. This seems like so... Like, okay, what did he do? He called out Darby. He got people over. He put over Mox. He let Mox squish him and shit. I'm not saying Mercedes in a year can't do that. Give it time. But Mercedes so far has come in, said, I'm a CEO. I get more money than everyone. Fuck you. Wrestled people that the fans like better, and then beats them for 2 titles back to back. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, 3 matches deep. Did Punk do that? Like, he went to a whole new show, put himself in 6-man tags, and was out there duking it out on Saturday nights when he knew shit wasn't going to get no ratings. That's what I'm talking about, man. You know, as far as Mercedes, like, I don't know. And even her, she's like, I wanted to make Vacquer. It's like, well, you tapped her out clean. And I'm not saying it should have been a big schmoz, but like Bret Hart made Stone Cold when he tapped him, when he put him to sleep in a pool of blood, like, at least sleeper or something. Like, goddamn, the crowd is more behind this girl nobody heard of than you. I'm ranting on Mercedes, guys. I spent a lot of time on that. I might be going too hard. Chat, let me know if I'm going too hard on Mercedes, but I had to get this off. It's just, to me, I don't, and maybe I'm a little turned because Dijak's been, I feel, a little sour grapes too. You know, and I was covering that on the other show, and I got more Dijak stuff tonight, and I'm just like, damn, what's with all these sour grapes when, like, Dijak as well, he's going to waltz in AEW, get a fucking $500,000 a year, and he's just going to, you know what I mean? He's just going to, like, do a match with fucking Daniel Garcia in, like, 2 months, and we're all going to be like, what the fuck, you know? So, I don't know, dude. If tomorrow Tony Khan was like, Jeff Jarrett is taking over creative, I would be like, this is great. You know, I'd be like, this is great. Because it's just, I don't trust Tony with this shit. Would I love to see Dijak in AEW? Sure, yeah. Do I hope he gets all the money in the world? Yeah. Why is he sour grapes to WWE? Because they're all stating like miscommunication and they don't communicate things good when they're releasing them and stuff like that. And I do see how that could be a piss off. My only problem with it is we're all saying, oh, Dijak and go Mercedes. Right? Or at least a vast portion of the IWC saying that. And people will get mad for me going on this rant too. But when the boys, Dalton Castle's guys, are saying, yo, there's miscommunication in AEW, or Big Swole is saying there's miscommunication in AEW, everyone defends it or trashes them and goes, nah, fuck them and blah, 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 blah. That's all I'm saying, dude. So, like, it goes both ways. So, like, what does Mercedes think? That, like, okay, Punk went there, signed the biggest deal, did all this shit. He got hurt, and Tony didn't even call him. And Punk had to pay for his own surgery after Tony talked all this shit about healthcare, and they left Punk at the goddamn airport. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Do you understand? So Mercedes thinks what? Like, there's going to be better communication here with Tony Khan when everyone's saying there's a lineup outside of Tony Khan's door and he doesn't talk to everybody? Is that what we're meant to believe? Everyone's saying Tony doesn't communicate. It's hard to get a hold of a da-da-da-da. So she's like, oh, I don't like the way I was communicated when Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis were there. Like, come on. You know what I mean, dude? Fucking crazy. And Nick Khan's letting people go to Japan and all that. To me, it feels weird to, like, sour on that, for her to, like, not burn it. I don't think a bridge is ever burnt in WWE, truthfully, but unless you do some, like, Benoit type shit. But just for her to, I don't know, man, just kind of walk her dog shit covered feet and wipe them on the floor and just seem fake, like she's cutting a fake promo. This sounds like her wrestling promos. Is she talking real or doing a gimmick? I can't tell, and I don't like it. And it's not about getting worked as a wrestling fan, because like, is this her trying to be real? And for some people, being fake and pretentious and obnoxious is what they're being real is. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, guys, 150 of you watching, get those likes up. We need 100 likes on this thing. Please and thank you. When Jarrett comes out, we're going to end the poll. Let's continue this. I'm going too hard. I want to let these clips play, but I had to get this off. It was building up all week.
To so many more doors that were open for me. So it's a beautiful thing. When one door closes, or when one door they want to push you out of it, just know that there's
no one wanted to push you out. They left. They wanted to build the tag division around you and wanted you guys to lose in singles to help get over the singles division and help differentiate. Here's a tag team and a dominant tag team when they work in tandem, and then here's a dominant, like, do you understand? They're trying to separate it for once, and you got mad, left them without a top team, and fucked everything up because Ronda got boo-boo face too. I'm sorry, guys.
Many doors. There's so many keys waiting for you to grab to go open those doors and opportunities. So you have to go out there and get it. And know it's okay to be afraid.
Yeah.
It's okay to be afraid.
Right.
It's okay to make mistakes, because that's how you grow. That's how you learn. And these past 2 years is where I've grown the most. And it's the most fulfilling feeling in the world, knowing that I made mistakes, but how I overcome them and where I am today. Because I feel the greatest I've ever felt in my whole life.
Yeah, man, like $10 million will make you feel the best you've ever felt in your whole life. I promise everyone in the chat that. Okay. So yeah, that was just, I don't know. I didn't like that whatsoever. And then, so another quip comes out from this interview, and she goes, this is via @AwfulWrestling. So Mercedes Mone reveals let's read this. Disgusting ring gear designed for her husband, Mikadze. And she, I don't know, tells the story. I was pissed off. I was mad. It was Money in the Bank. He made me this disgusting, ugly, lupus green, yellow, white, and navy together. I legit cried and screamed, I'm not going to wrestle good. This makes me look ugly. I hate it. And I made him feel so bad. I'm like, this is not what I said. All this stuff. And honestly, it didn't make me feel confident when I went out there. I remember doing my entrance and I slipped a little bit. I was like so mad.
You what?
Emotional damage.
Let the soundboard talk. I can't even talk. I can't talk, B. Homeless cats in the chat? No. For real, though. Like, what does that eat? How ungrateful could you even be? And also, like, I get it, though. Like, tell a funny story. And I didn't hear it. She may have been saying this jovially or in jest, you know? Like, yeah. And I was like, oh, like, she could have been laughing and like, this is so ugly. I hate it. But it doesn't seem that way. And I don't know. He likes to get beat up and shit. He likes to get pushed around. That's cool, but that's not my thing, bro. I definitely wouldn't appreciate that. But also, who knows? Like, you never know. It's a personal relationship. She's sharing one little peek into there, and it's unfortunate that she made him feel bad about some gear. Let's look at the gear, chat. What do you think? She's like, this makes me look ugly. How? It's just her gear. I actually like that gear. It just looks like all of her gear. She's had way worse gear than that. Jesus. So yeah, chat saying she seems like a spoiled brat. I'm not gonna argue that at all. She just seems a little disingenuous too, the way like her promos, her promos, like she's kind of like talking like this in wrestling. And it's just like, I don't know, are you being real or not? That's all. Are you imitating a wrestler? We had more Mercedes Mone, but we listened to. So here's her actually putting WWE over, which is good. Britt Baker's bombing in her promo here, her return promo. Just letting everyone know. She too just sounds fake, like she's reciting some trash. This is trash all around.
Acting, I really didn't see coming, because I didn't know how those doors of opportunities were going to come, especially
I always
in
wondered
WWE. And I love WWE, but they tried so hard to not make me do the Mandalorian. And
so Brit is saying, yeah, that she had a stroke at some point. Or Adam Cole did, I believe. No, or her? Okay, yeah. So applause for that. Applause for that. Sorry, I'm hosting the show and I could just hear the dead crowd. And she was talking about who had a stroke. Someone tell me. Because I'm not hating on that at all. That's super scary and crazy. And I hope she's okay. And it just goes to show you that yeah, or was that her? Or is that her talking about Adam Cole, guys? Sorry, we got diverted here. I think she's talking about Adam Cole, and she had a transient ischemic attack. Okay, a mini stroke. Okay, so prayers up for Britt Baker. And I don't know. I popped hard for her return and said this is great for her. And I don't know. I'm glad they're giving her this time to share her piece. But then Mercedes is going to come out and usurp it with a 2-belt celebration. Britt better come out and just beat the shit out of her, and Mercedes better go full heel, and then I'll get totally behind this. If this is all some crazy ploy, like us covering Mercedes here has been some crazy ploy to make everyone hate her, so she's got real heat, hey, they're doing a good job. I don't think it's that, but if they're going to pivot into her being a heel, they should do it right now, and hopefully Britt beats the shit out of Mercedes. I'm happy she's back, and I am a Britt Baker fan, so talking about herself, she must have been poked. Keep the poke talk out of YouTube. Doesn't like that shit, but hey, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a DMD, so I don't care if you did or didn't. That's none of my goddamn business. Just keep that chat out of here because it's YouTube is just weird about it. You know what I mean? I did a video today where Awful wanted me to react to like Matt Camp got fired from WWE The Bump, and he was like, oh, I almost had Anthony Fauci on the show. So then I put Fauci in the thing and it got like 200 hits. Like no one wants to watch a video about that shit. Even me saying that in this video is YouTube's going to be like, oh, what about it? You know, so I just don't, whatever. Anyways, here's Mercedes.
Put me on house shows when I was supposed to film, and it was pulling teeth.
Wow.
Just to get on that show, just to be a part of that show. So these new doors of opportunity here at AEW, I have all the time in the world to go do acting and more, and Tony will pick me up on the private jet.
See, that's what it is to her. She thinks this is cool. Like she thinks people like this. People don't like this in 2024. We want people who are down to earth and relatable to us. People understand the division in classes of human beings, right? Like the old conspiracy, the black helicopters. No, but listen, there's like the division is in classes, dude, and making it hard to live for some and easier to live for others, dude. That's how they keep people divided politically and all other types of ways. And whatever, however you want to attribute that. And so like she doesn't understand, like, no, this is a heel gimmick. You know? That's why Flair was a heel, dude. He's fucking limousine riding. And then when he earns that, when we're like, hey, he literally gave his body, blood, everything. Like you're in your prime, you're young and in your prime. You know, then we applaud that shit because you deserve that shit. You know what I mean? But for now, and I'm not saying, oh, I hate rich people. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying to come in and she's basically Okada, but a female version of that, and thinks that's going to work as a face. Like that's what they thought was going to work. So it backfired. And I'm happy that they're going to position Brit as her versus Mercedes. I think, yeah, here we go. So she's interrupting her. So I fantasy mark booked this, and I like this. This is Mercedes getting out of a truck, and so this is what I mean. This is what it's about to her. It's about acting, and it's about flying on private jets. And now they're doing the right thing. Danny Soros says, Phil, how do I subscribe? One for the 99 cents. There's a join. Look in the description of the video. Yeah, so she's aligning with the Bucks. Okay, AEW cooking here for a second. Hold on. So they interrupt Brit and this speech to have the EVPs go, oh, the CEO, Mercedes, and this is what it's about to her in real life. And see, people don't like you in real life. Do that shit and turn it up to 10 in wrestling. Boom. They nailed it right here. Okay? There's a link below. You'll get it. You'll find it. It's join. It says become a member or whatever. Danny Soros. Thank you so much for the super chat. But yeah, dude. I love that. This is good. This is very WWE in a good way. And I'm not trying to go, oh, it's WWE. Like, this is a good thing they're doing right here, man. I like this. This is a unique situation. They capitalized on it. Because Brit, like, everyone was hating on her outside of wrestling, right? And so she comes back, a real health incident, and we didn't know about it. And so we're going, shit. Even the people in the chat who might not like her here are like, dang, Brit, prayers for you and shit. And no one likes Mercedes because of her real life interviews. Like, listen to this shit as she makes sure.
And back to the other.
Oh,
show.
yeah, I can go act and then fly the private jet. Tony will do what I want. I just do my little dance and he gets moist to it. And and I can do what I want.
It's so beautiful. It's so cool that
it's so beautiful. You know, Vince wouldn't fly me. Honey, you didn't want to be on Vince's private jets. Yeah, trust me. I don't think many people wanted to be on those planes. You know, like, come on now, girl. You know?
And I feel like it's just the universe being like.
But they did the double. I'm actually happy that they switched it up here and they're making her a heel, especially after the story of her just trashing her husband and stuff. Like, whoever, I hope it was Mercedes and Peppermint and Brit who were all like, yes, she has creative control. So she's allowed to say, no, I'm going to actually be the fucking babyface still. So at least she said, no, I'm going to do heel. She's a way better heel. I've always thought that anyway. So. And so we're going to listen to this promo to end this Mercedes Mone Sasha Banks segment. Actually, there's another one here of her on TMZ Sports, but we're going to listen to this. I'm going to turn this up for you guys, see if you can't hear it.
I get it. I outshined your moment at Forbidden Door, so now you're trying to outshine mine.
Let me know if y'all can hear that, chat.
What you do is so irrelevant to me. But if you want to talk about Forbidden Door, let's talk about it. The place of pay-per-view I made famous when I became a double champion. You know, Brit, I should have known you were trying to come out here and steal my spotlight.
They're chanting, shut the fuck up to Monet.
But I want to pop up like you. I want you to get a real good look at what a real star looks like. All in.
Shout out Marvel Girl with the orange hair in the front row.
The first All In right here in Chicago was the first female to go all in on All Elite Wrestling by signing my name on that contract.
Okay, so Brit's saying I was the first female to, you know,
All in last year, Wembley Stadium,
to sign to AEW.
was looking like a broken bitch with a broken leg.
Oh shit, she said that her ass was looking like a broken bitch with a broken leg in Japan. Oh shit, Brit's cooking her. Oh my god. Oh my god. Them at All In. That's the match. Brilliant. Brilliant. Ooh, I gotta X this out. They're cooking.
I'm never broke. I stay rich. And since I am a double champion, there is a long list of girls who are waiting in the back. So you need to get in the back of the line, bitch.
Damn, there's a lot of bitches being thrown around. Okada gonna sue somebody. You know, what's that from Jane Silent Bob Strike Back? Chris Rock's like, George Lucas gonna sue somebody when they're fighting with the lightsabers. They just keep calling each other bitch. Bitch, get what line?
Well, I see you're a fan, so you obviously know what I'm going to say next. There's a price to pay when you mess with Mercedes Mone.
She's a poet and didn't know it. Oh, there's a price to pay when you mess with Mercedes Monet. Mother Goose, I fucked her. No, you guys like Andrew Dice Clay? No, is that too old school? I don't know. Damn, dude, that segment cooked, and I'm gonna tweet it out. I got to post about that because that segment did cook. Holy chat. That was actually really good. I'm happy about that, man. They pivoted and it happened live. Do you guys know what that's called? That's called like synchronicity, man. That means we're vibing, right? Because we were talking about Mone and what they should be doing with Brit, blah, blah, blah. And then boom, they come out and do it like right there during the segment. So that was money. That was Mone. Here, let's listen to Mercedes Mone talking to Mojo Rawley on TMZ Sports.
AEW's
AEW.
I did not know this was a roast thing. I swear to God, guys. I'm
Dummy. Yeah.
I did not know this was like a roast highlight video. I thought this was like a member for 1 month, Andre Adams. Thanks, man. He's been around for 1 month. Roasting everyone in the chat, dude. Roasting all the AEW wrestlers. And new member, Danny Suarez. Thank you so much. So, yeah, 99 cents. And this is a celebration. Sorry, what did I get swerved? Where's Moana coming from? Is that a thing? Was it? Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's coming from my it's so I thought this was going to be a Mercedes Mone. Yeah, I got swerved, guys. I got worked. I thought this was going to be a Mercedes Mone, like her talking to Mojo on TMZ Sports clip, but it's not. It's someone put this montage together. Look, I already played it a bit, so let me just play. Hopefully I don't get pulled for the Moana, but yeah, I'll play this for you guys right now. Sorry, I'm just listening to Callis talk to Ospreay. But yeah, that was a great Mone segment there. I'm going to have fun clipping that. So here we go. I'm going to play you this last little bit of it, I guess. This doesn't make the segment. This is just for fun. But yeah, I never saw this before.
AEW's where
I believe in AEW. I believe that it's where the best wrestle.
AEW is where the best wrestle.
Oh, dude, that elbow drop. Oh, that table spot. Oh my God. Commander. That was in Jay White's debut too.
AEW is where the best wrestle. Shut the fuck up.
The rock at the end. Oh my God, I need that for the soundboard. Holy shit. I'm gonna keep that bookmarked so I can clip that for the soundboard. That's so good. That is uncanny. You guys want to watch a video of hold on, let me just check through my bookmarks here and see. Jericho's out here guest commentating. Sorry, I'm just trying to watch. Alfred Konuwa as well was like, oh, the learning tree's good and shit. I didn't watch that video yet, but I got to. From Mercedes Hogan to Jera Hogan. Yeah, that was a great segment, You Ain't Hype. And hopefully they build it up and follow through. I saw someone in chat say, breezed by there, about following through. They got to follow through. And I like that it's Brit and Mercedes for the TBS. And then you have Tony involved in the main title picture. That's really good. They have two solid women's matches just based off of, we know Tony will, whatever she's doing, they're getting the highest ratings. And then you have Brit and Mercedes who are going to, that was really good right there. That was really good. And I'm proud of Chicago too, for popping for all that. Cause that was, the crowd knew the assignment, they're like, nah, we're going to chant DMD and fucking switch this girl heel. So it wasn't awkward. So Jericho has security surrounding Taz.
ladies, for the rest of the evening. You have to vacate the Wintrust Arena.
So Taz is kicked out of the building, and somehow the EVPs gave Jericho the right to do that. Man, these security don't even stop fans from hitting the ring. You think I believe they're going to stop Taz? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Jericho built like Y2J from Wish. Y-Team J. Yeah. Oh, shit. Jericho's a funny dude, yeah. They're really trying to tank the rating. That's how I feel too. It's like they're trying to do this they're trying to do this shit backwards. Now I'll watch Joe, man. I'm here for Joe all day. So in other women's AEW wrestling news, Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful reports that there has been some progress on a possible Camille AEW debut. There's progress on a possible debut. What? She fucking signed like 6 months ago or something, dude. What the fuck? Like, when I say progress, I mean like some materials prepared, like graphics and the like. So I don't know. Like Sapp just reported the news. I'm not gonna go at him for anything he's saying here, but it's just funny that like on Tony Khan's front, like, oh, there's some progress on a possible debut. She made that video where she's like, I signed the 3 letters. Guess what they are? Everyone's like, well, obviously AEW, because you haven't fucking debuted. And then months later, she's like liking tweets where people are like, where's Camille? And I'm not laughing at her. I'm just laughing at Tony Khan. Like Megan Bain, it just came to everyone's attention. She's been under contract for like a year, you know? And everyone's like, oh, she's she's under contract? Jesus. So silly. So the Gates of Cage versus the Learning Tree here, or whatever they're called. Let's see. Let's see what they got to offer us here. Like, these guys all look great. I'm okay with Hook being you know what I'm saying? Like teamed with Joe. I've talked about it before. Sorry, I'm watching these entrances. I like the look of these guys too, man. Damn, get them in. Where's the bloodline at? The Bumba bloodline. That's what I want to see. I want to see that shit expand. Everyone's like, don't expand it too much. I'm like, hell nah. You gotta expand it as much as possible. That's the one faction. NWO it up. Consummate professionalism. I'm trying to get into this tag match. It's a 6-man as well. I'm okay with Cage. I like these guys left Swerve. I don't know. I want to just get into Joe, but I can't just in these random, like, so he's a trio. So where's the trios champs? Like, how about, or maybe that's what they're building to. Shibata, Hook, and Joe. If they keep building to it, like if Joe and Hook and Shibata beat a bunch of trios, and then they get to Wembley where they face the champs who are also beating trios, and then they, like, I'm okay with all that. You know, I'm good with all that. We just got to get there, folks. We got a couple months. They could do something here if they put their best foot forward, you know? I'm not totally out of that. Like, I'm not like a hater on the 6-man trios divisions or anything like that. Jericho dressed like the final boss from a meth-based action game. Excalibur's such a mark. Yeah. The match will be my piss break. Something tell me Cage of Agony will job this one out. Yeah, they will. I don't know, because Jericho's on commentary, so does Jericho bring these Agony guys all under his learning tree? I mean, I'm okay with that, but it's just cringe how Jericho's like always got a new faction. with this new gimmick, and then none of the people in the faction end up getting over. It's just silly. Guys, 135 of you watching. Just incredible. There was even more watching at our peaks, and there was even less watching at our lows, and that's not why I do the show, but I do appreciate how many of you are in here. It must be known. Hit 1K on the fucking other channel. I mean, I don't know. It's just phenomenal. Things are going really good, and it's all because of y'all. So make sure you hit that like, get it up to 100, and show every motherfucking wrestling content creator out here why we're the goats, and the PWT universe is the goated. And yeah, Hook selling his ass on the outside of the ring. What are those little things on the outside? Like, are those like Woo Energies or like little Funko Pops? Like, what are those box on the announce table? I don't know. And notice too how John Cena, although he's hosting Shark Week, has not appeared on any of the Shark Week AEW crossover promo. Jake Hager is over. No. But listen, first off, is he? I would listen to the argument that he is. But here's the thing with Jake: he was a world heavyweight champ in WWE. So it's not because of Jericho. Jake didn't leave the faction better than he was if he wasn't in the faction. Like, it did nothing. The purple hat thing did nothing. Maybe did he sell some purple hats online? I don't know, but it was like funny for like neckbeards to pop at, you know. But yeah, he's over because of WWE. So I'm talking like, who are the guys he's worked with? Like, I think Garcia, Guevara, who else was in his, you know, like none of these guys are more over, like LAX, Santana and Ortiz. Santana's more over because he left fucking AEW and now he's awesome in TNA now, you know? So like, yeah, but he didn't get over because the Jericho shit. But I do know what you're saying. Yeah, I'm not. Oh, are you saying you're joking? Yeah. Listen, because people were popping for the purple hat thing. So I'm not going to discount and say Hager wasn't like, you know, he did his thing. He was with Dutch Mantel doing his thing in WWE. You know, he won world titles. It's not by mistake. He's a real shooter, right? Yeah, he is. Hager's the very last Lucha Underground champ. So let's go into more film. Let's just look at funny stuff while this 6-man's going on here. Because we just have some funny things. According to Fightful Select, Daniel Garcia's AEW contract was set to expire in fall 2024, at least of earlier this year. According to sources familiar with the situation, however, one top AEW name said that they don't believe he's going anywhere. Obviously not, bro. Like, he'd be a fucking jobber. Oh my god, dude. What the fuck would he do anywhere else? Of course he's staying in AEW. No one's gonna give him money like AEW would give him money. Anyways, though, they don't believe he's going anywhere and even think he's actually re-signed already, which he probably is. When asking, that's probably why Tony's starting to push him now, because they probably just re-signed him. When asking those close to Garcia directly about his contract status, they said that a lot of his future would likely come into focus soon. So I don't know, chat. What do you guys think about Daniel Garcia? And they're saving the Jarrett wildcard notice. And did you guys see Jeff Jarrett's promo? I don't want to play it and get Don Stevens, but maybe I'll just play the audio to you guys. It'll like make you want to shed a tear, cutting onions over here. And they're going to have him job to whoever comes in. You know, because whoever comes in has to go to Wembley. That's why I'm like, have Jarrett win the whole Owen Hart. But you can't, because like, is that your main event? No, it's going to be fucking Hangman. Hangman's going to beat Jarrett. And then they're going to go, a bunch of heat's going to be on Hangman, and Hangman is going to be heel now and go up against babyface Swerve. The problem is that Swerve just fucking healed on Ospreay, and Jarrett spent a year being a heel. Sorry, I don't mean to yell, chat. I'm sorry, but this is the things that piss me off, you know? So like, they flipped the Mercedes thing, awesome, but this Jeff Jarrett promo is like, you know, everyone wants him to win, and they're going to have whoever comes in beat him. So it's pretty crazy. It was an interview, like an uncut interview. with Jeff Jarrett last week. Here, I'll share this with you guys. Damn, it's a long-ass 9-minute thing. Okay, I'm not going to play all this. Basically, he makes everyone cry and talks about how what the Owen Hart means to him tournament because he, knew Owen. He was fucking tag partners with him. You know what I mean? So he had to go out there and wrestle after his best friend and road partner died. So I don't know. Hopefully he wins it, but they're going to just put Hangman over on him. That's my guess. I know the poll's still going. I will turn it off when Jarrett's making his entrance. And yeah, I guess Daniel Garcia, that's who they value. They value guys like that. And I don't know. We're going to get more dick wiggling as life goes on. We're going to roast some IWC folk. We're going to talk about so in other news, AEW star Max Caster torches Biden and Justin Timberlake in a pre-match rap at Forbidden Door. Made headlines for Fox News, and he's going to appear on Fox News because of this. So I don't know. That's hilarious. It's going to trigger people. Who gives a shit, all that politics shit is just pro wrestling anyway. So it's super funny. I love him because he roasts both political parties, like in his raps, he does all the time. And that's how it should be. Like all that shit is goofy, So I don't know. Kudos to him. And he's going to go on Fox News because of course they jumped all over that. Oh, like they just caught wind of Caster torching Biden. He does it all the time. He does it all the time, dude. This match is still going on. So breaking. So here's some news here. Leo Rush was injured during his Forbidden Door TNT title ladder match, and he's been pulled from an indie date with Beyond Wrestling on July 4. And then, yeah, they tweeted it out. So during that ladder match at Forbidden Door, which I largely forgot about, I won't even lie. Because, like, what the fuck? A dude got a nipple twister on the top of the ladder. Like, come on. Yeah, Leo Rush suffered an injury during that, so they just re-signed him or brought him in and already hurt. So there goes another one, not surprised. We have everyone hitting rear naked chokes in this match, a 3-way rear naked choke. Yeah, I'm the wild card, damn it. I'm coming to take over All Elite Wrestling, except for now it's called AEE, All Elite Entertainment. You better get used to it. If it's Shane, I'll throw down a $50 super chat. Goddamn. Try to make it rain. Let's hope it's Shane. For my sake. No, it will not be Shane, though. I'm confident in that. And if it was, I would laugh so hard. It would be the official death of AEW. You know what I mean? I'm okay with this if, like, whoever wins from Jericho, Big Bill, and Keith, and then these three gets a shot at the trios title. But look at this. You got, like, why aren't your trios champs in this storyline if you're going to have two trios in a storyline? It's really weird. They unified those belts, and now instead of, like, having those unified belts in a storyline, like, that's what Tony Khan thinks. He's like, okay, I'll give you creative shit to do. And yes, Jericho has a belt because everyone has a belt by proxy, and you can't go one segment without a belt in this show. They're meaningless. But, like, Tony just thinks giving people belts is like, here, you just have a belt, and then you can just, like, cut random promos and do random matches, and you're all good. And it doesn't work that way. It's terrible. Oh, the brass knucks. Yeah, the belts mean nada. It's just indie-rific bullshit. So I got WWE stuff I'm going to bring up, but I just kind of want to get through all my indie AEW type stuff here before I get into it. So injured stars Adam Copeland and Julia Hart have been removed from the poster for All In London. And I quote tweeted this and said, hey, man, you sign Edge. He can't even be on your biggest show of the year because someone thought it was okay. And if it's him, then it's stupid. I'd tell it to his face as well. I truly believe that. But you can make your own decisions. But someone thought it was a good idea to jump off a fucking cage a couple months before Wembley and have Edge do it. Like anyone else could have jumped off the cage. Edge doesn't have to do it. So they don't have him for Wembley. And fucking Julia Hart, dude, is out, and she was working injured for a long time, which means she's far worse injured than everyone thought. So prayers up for her, and I hope she comes back. And again, they have something with her, and now she's got to take a bunch of time off when she has her peak momentum to be hurt. It's fucking ludicrous, man. It is fucking ludicrous. It's disappointing. So yeah. So yeah, we'll take the poll down and update on that when Jarrett makes his entrance, and we'll continue in Phil Mark's bookmarks here. I got a few other good ones, and then we're gonna get into like Ospreay, and then we're gonna get into or we'll do WWE stuff, then we'll get into Ospreay, then we'll get into Zack Sabre Jr., then we'll get into Meltzer. So indie stuff here. Here's another. Well, I'll play these ones last, I think, because I have a couple more. So Shane McMahon was reportedly seen speaking with Mercedes Mone about AEW at LaGuardia Airport. And I quote tweeted this and said, yeah, this is what it was. They're both passing in flight and go, hey, how you doing? How you doing? Great. Oh, great. How's AEW? Good. Oh, you should come check it out sometime. Yeah, maybe when you're in town. See ya. That's all it was. So this is like these dirt sheets, man. They're trying to put that out there really strongly that Shane might come in, and I just think they're all trying to will it into existence, and it's hilarious. Shane botched the Rumble. He botched WrestleMania. They all want to pretend that they want him in this company now all of a sudden, and I'm an AEW fan. I'm watching it right now, but I have to separate myself from like unrealistic motherfuckers because, I'm just sitting here saying to myself, like, I don't want him in AEW. You know what I mean? That's crazy. That's like completely not what you should be doing, is unless they pull off the greatest invasion angle of all time and did what WCW and WWE couldn't. But Tony signs up all the free agents. So unless there was like 5 guys sitting at home who were big names who could just walk into AEW with Shane and be like, we're invading, there's no way it even makes sense. Yeah, oh, come on now, Ray J. That's not fair. That's not very fair, Ray J. No, come on. I know myself, Conrad Thompson is the person who floated this whole rumor out there, but come on now, Eric. That's unfair to say Dave Meltzer's lying when I'm the one who put it out there, Eric. Oh, come on now, Eric. That's bullshit. And you know what? I'm not even gonna go. I was gonna say some dumb shit. I don't want to even go there. Anyways, here we go. So Shane's gonna show up. I don't know. I just think that would be ridiculous. And it's another guy with a money gimmick. So nobody wants that. Shane's gimmick is like what Tony Khan's gimmick should be. Like the little Nepo baby who's like, yeah, I got the money. Like that should be what his heel gimmick is, but so I don't know. It would be an awesome storyline though, like 2 Nepo babies going at it, 2 sons of wrestling, and then Shane could be like, well, your dad bought you this wrestling company. And then Tony could be like, well, your dad, whatever. And then if Shane had invaders, like, okay. Or if like Danielson, Jericho, Mox, like all the WWE guys were like turned sides and did like an NWO thing, I'm not going to get mad at that. Might as well. They already copy fucking Eric Bischoff and WCW enough as it is. So, or the bad WCW at least. But, yeah, I don't know. I think it's interesting to say the least. Okay. Who's the wild card, guys? Let's hit our X-Files. And there better be 100 likes on this bitch, dude. The truth is out there. And the truth is we're at 80 likes, 140 watching. 20 of you hit the like or we're fighting. We're going to end the poll. 26% of you said Ricochet. 12% of you said Donovan Dijak. 17% of you said CM Punk in the winner. 46%, almost half the chat, thinks that Hangman Adam Page will be the one. And I'm willing to bet it is. And we're going to give this match our undivided attention here. And then, yeah, we'll do some more bookmarks and get into some fun stuff. Yeah, it's Hangman. With a new theme. Evil Hangman. His old theme was good. So his gimmick is Keith Lee's gimmick. Now he's like an outlaw bounty hunter hitman guy. Or it's just him with a whack. I don't like this theme. They should have just slapped a new intro on his old theme. Or maybe like slowed his old one down a bit. I don't know. Chad, are you guys hyped for Hangman? I don't care at all that it's him. And I'm not even saying, oh, it should have been Ricochet. Like, but no matter who they bring in, they're going over. And it's just, it's evil, monstrous Hangman to fight babyface Swerve, who was just playing a heel against Ospreay. A last minute heel against Ospreay. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know. Yeah, Brian Keith, pretty much. Now he's like bounty hunter Hangman. I literally don't give a single shit about Hangman. Yeah, dude. And people are mad at me too. I said Jacob Fatu's theme, I wasn't feeling it. And people are like, what? How aren't you feeling it, Phil? I don't know. Is it uploaded yet? I'll play it. Like I listened to it back again on Twitter after I watched SmackDown or whatever. I listened to it back on Twitter the moment, and I'm like, I don't know if the crowd's just drowning it out, but I just feel it's super generic. I don't know. It sounds like generic wrestler theme number 8. So, yeah. And then this Hangman one was what it was, man. I didn't really like this one, to be honest. But don't say that too loud, because Mikey Ruckus or whatever his name is will literally go at you, man. That guy goes at people on X over Def Rebel. They don't say a word. They get fucking, people are trying to cancel them. They hate them so bad, you know? And Ruckus actually has some bangers too, but anyone says anything, I notice he gets so mad at people. It's like, dude, relax. You got some bangers. Like, at least he's not wearing bedazzled jeans, or are they?
Nope.
Yeah, that's true, dude. I like his look. I hope Jeff Jarrett beats him. What if they just Andre Adams? What would you think if they just pulled out a Jeff Jarrett hits the stroke and just beats him? You know what I mean? That would be hilarious. Thank you so much for the super chat. I just want to see what other bookmarks I got, because I got some funny ones, but I try and do them in a particular way. So that's Meltzer stuff. We'll talk about that in a bit. Cowboy shit. There's like a weak ass attempt at a cowboy shit. See, the fans are all, they don't know. They don't know what they want. So here's some like freakazoid, a sicko. Sorry, we don't call them freakazoids. That's rude. We call them sickos, is what Tony Khan prefers. And this is an interaction this dude had. And it turns out that the guy is actually like, someone made a meme saying, oh, there's 6 types of AEW fans. I don't know if you guys have seen this meme. And we're not trying to pick on anyone. Like, I'm not picking on this dude. It's just, it's Neckbeard. So it made the show because it's Neckbeard's doing his thing, and he's fucking legendary at trolling. So he screen grabbed this, and this guy right here, who's next to Dax Harwood, is actually one of the people in the 6 types of AEW fans or whatever. I don't know. That aside, right? I'm not trying to like come at this guy, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's shitty. This dude, like, he's in this other meme, and now People are sharing this. I don't know, man. I didn't know about all that until this came out. So I just thought this was funny because just listen to this guy. Listen to this post he made about meeting Dax Harwood, clearly outside of a Starbucks or something. He just obviously jumped in front of him and was like, hey, man, snap a flick or something. And this guy writes, my interaction with Dax Harwood was truly remarkable as he embodied composure and charm. His exceptional talent for engaging with his followers is one of his most notable strengths. Our conversation, which lasted 3 minutes, transcended a typical photo opportunity, allowing us to connect on a deeper level. I extend my sincerest regards to Dax on his birthday. So this isn't even from the day. This is like him sending Dax a birthday wish. Oh my God. Oh my God.
You what?
Listen. Oh my God. So the neckbeard says, or you could just say, I met Dax Harwood. He was really nice. Totally normal behavior from AEW neckbeards as usual. And here's the thing, okay? Just listen to how this guy wrote this. Guys, I'm going to pull the curtain back on Phil Marks. Ready? I get paid every day of my life as a writer. That's my job, right? No one thinks this is cool. Like, I literally work with writers and editors all the time, right? No, nobody thinks this is like, I don't, maybe this guy's a writer. I don't know. He takes himself way too goddamn seriously. That's what that Sidgwick guy does too. And it triggers me for whatever reason. I'll admit it. That shit triggers me. So I thought this was hilarious and adorable. This guy just loves Dax so much. And you know, Dax loves him too, you know, until Tony don't want to clear that check no more. And then who knows, you know, who knows what he'll be saying. But I thought this was adorable. I had to bring it to the show. Phil is Gene Belay. Was this written by AI? No, dude. That type of emotion can only come from a true, you know what I mean? A true Curtis D in the chat. Dio Atlas, nice. That can only come from a true fucking sicko. You know? Hey, that's the word Tony Khan. That's the shirts they made. I don't know. Don't put the word sicko on me. Freakazoid offended everyone. So sickos. That's what's so funny too. Like, they're all mad. Oh, Ariel calls us freakazoids. And then Tony Khan just comes out and goes, no, we're not freakazoids. We're sickos. It's crazy. I want to be invested in Jeff Jarrett, but this is like the third 30-minute match of the night. You know what I mean? It hasn't been that long, but it's just, you know, I'm not saying anyone's got to beat anyone real quick, but just give me some wrestling. Like, I already saw the back and forth. I already saw the outside spots. I already saw a flip. I already saw everything tonight. I already saw a good promo and all that. Give me some old wrestling with Jeff Jarrett, and it'll just, I'm telling you, it'll work. It'll come across better. Oh, and by the way, I have a human head in my fridge that is shaped like his now. Who's saying that? That's crazy. That's crazy. Everyone investigate that guy in a chat saying that there's a head in a fridge. That's terrifying. Michael Driard says Aubrey Pigtails makes it easy to take the reins. Oh my God. Oh my
You what?
God. Oh my God. Oh, bro. That is ruthless. Andre. Michael Driard just came in crazy. Absolutely insane, man. Oh my God, I didn't even notice that. You are bloody savage. I'm going to just say no comment and thank you for the super chat. Oh my God, dude, that was insane. Yes, hit that like button. That's one of the most legendary roasts. I feel bad like laughing at that. That's how. Yeah, nice. Quantum Leaper. Yeah, this dude just came in saying some crazy shit. I don't know. Conan, where is it? Yeah, that was one of the fucking greatest roasts of all time. I literally feel bad, dude. You can't even believe that. I didn't even notice she had pigtails too. She was doing a good job. I said that on the pay-per-view too. I was like, wasn't distracting me, as much. Like, yes, you see her reaching in the jazz hands, but maybe I'm just used to it. But it's like on the pay-per-view, she didn't distract me too much either. So this match was going pretty good there until you brought it up. Now I'm going to be staring at her the whole time. God, that's hilarious. Speaking of hilarious, I've got more IWC stuff, and here is that's more WWE-ish. So here's like the AEW merch stand who was at the pay-per-view. Speaking of the pay-per-view, this is a video someone made, a TikTok from the AEW merch store, and anyone who's been to their TV shows knows, like, that's me. I'm just making fun of the guy standing by Dax Harwood, and after what he said, yeah, exactly right. Oh, I love Dax Harwood so much, and I have a head shaped just like his in my freezer. Yes. See, when you come in with heat, so you don't got to be a member all the time to make a show. Thank you, Quantum Leaper. I thought you were trying to murder me. So thank you for clarifying. Thank God you weren't talking about me, sir. But yeah. God damn. Jarrett's got a sharpshooter. The crowd's popping hard. I love it. Hopefully he hits Hangman with a sit-out tombstone. Yeah, crowd pop, and Chicago's great. But anyways, though, Forbidden Door, here's their merch selection at the pay-per-view. This guy films it. Look how awful this is. This is mind-bogglingly bad. Okay? When I was there, they at least had Sting masks and shit. So at the last show I went to, rather, and that was about like a year ago during their last Canadian tour there. And I made it to a few outings, right? And they had like some Sting masks and stuff, but he's not there. But I think, is that Sting merch? I don't know. They have New Japan shit. This guy roasts it harder than any. Now, this is a pay-per-view too, mind you. So I was at like Dynamite and Rampage, and they were doing collision tapings and shit. Hangman just landing like shoot blows on Jarrett. But yeah, he was just punching him out. That was great selling on Jarrett's part. Yeah, so Hangman just beats Jarrett. Nothing's going to come of this, man. And then Jarrett will just be with heel Satnam and fucking Sanjay doing heel shit next week. It sucks, man. But yeah, here's the merch. Like, I don't know, man. Early on, I bought the Orange Cassidy shirt. I was buying New Japan merch back in the day. But, early on, man, I was getting the Bullet Club shirts and all that different shit. You had Cody, you had Punk, you had good stuff. And now there's just nothing. There's nada. So this is trash. This guy roasts it. I'll pass it off to his handle. Will fly up here at J Arias.
AEW, for the second time in a row, y'all have the worst merch selection I have ever seen in my life. Straight AEW branded shirts, bro. The only wrestler shirt up here that's not promotion is LIJ, bro. And all these shirts are $50. Every single shirt is $50, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I wouldn't pay $50 for any of those fucking shirts and those cheap ass I was there Forbidden Door, bro. And look at this. Like, he breaks it down further. Like, I'm just scope some of these out. Like, you want a Bullet Club America shirt? Bullet Club fell off, dude. Right? Like, the most recent Bullet Club shirt I got was a long ass time ago, and it has fucking bleach stains on it. You know what I mean? And I just like wear it to bed, or my girl wears it to bed, or when I'm fucking mowing the lawn or whatever. So it's, you know what I mean, dude? These Forbidden Door shirts aren't slapping. The match card, maybe, but that's like real Mark shit. People want stuff they can wear in public, especially these days. The LIJ shirts, like, that looks like cheap band. Like, you'd go to like some local band. You guys know what I'm saying, right? Look at these little mini banners, and he'll tell you how much they cost. The belts, okay, sure. Hats, maybe. Those hats look, the color scheme's nice. I'd maybe rock that. A New Japan hat. I'd maybe rock that. I'm not a big hat guy though. But yeah, it's that hoodie looks like ass. Like, look at that. That looks like a kids like hockey team hoodie or something. I don't know. Let's just keep playing this.
Easily the worst merch selection I've ever seen. The tag belt is for the tag belt's $1,000. Bro.
$1,000 for one tag belt. Oh my God.
What? Mone.
Oh my God, guys.
Bro, what? This is insane, bro. MJF just came back. No MJF shirt.
No MJF shirts. Wonderland of Wrestle USA. They have a fucking shirt here, okay? Guys. Oh my God. MJF just came back. They're in Long Island for this pay-per-view. They have a fucking shirt that says Wonderland of Wrestle USA in a shitty navy blue that your grandpa would wear to the grocery store at Tuesday afternoon. And meanwhile, they don't have an MJF scarf even back there. Where's the MJF scarves? Where's the MJF jean jacket patches after he comes back wearing patches on his clothing? Where is the MJF merch? You're in Long Island, bro. I literally can't believe this is insane to me. Jericho just threw a fireball. That's a new thing. I don't even know what you're referring to, but is that what he did backstage? Am I a minute behind you? I might be a minute behind you here or something, George Captor. Thank you so much, but I'm going in on this merch. Thank you so much for the super chat. I got to keep this rolling.
No real Swerve or Ospreay shirts besides...
No Swerve or Ospreay. They're in the main event. So there's not a fucking Swerve shirt that says Swerve and a cool... There's not a shirt that says Whose House? There's not a Bruv shirt that just says Bruv. I'm going to have Bruv shirts. The fuck you talking about? PWT merch, I'm working on that right now. Don't worry, guys. You guys are gonna have dope fucking PWT merch coming soon too. Listen, you don't have a fucking... Whoa! There's not even a shirt that says Mox. It's unbelievable. There's not even a Tony Khan knockoff Inoki scarf.
It's a promotional shirt, bro. No BCC shirts. No real New Japan wrestler shirts besides LIJ. Even the LIJ flag is $45, bro.
For that little flag. Dude, you get a bigger flag in a box of beer. Go to the store and buy a 24 beer in Minecraft, and you'll get a bigger flag than that in it. Of like whatever beer you like or like whatever team you like or whatever, right? Depending what season it is, football, basketball, hockey, whatever. That shit's $45 for that little thing. What is that? What would you even do with that?
No MJF merch is easily the worst. Like, that's insane, bro. The hoodie's $75. Bro, AEW, y'all are cooked. Forbidden Door, one of the biggest pay-per-views for y'all of the year, bro. And this is y'all merch selection, bro. Now they are going out. Now this is sick. As important as the...
This is sick. My man said,
You what?
We are the AEW TV right now. No elite merch, bro.
No elite merch even.
Any merch. I know niggas don't fuck with Jericho, but not even no Jericho merch. Bro, this shit fried, bro.
Cooked, man. Absolutely cooked. It's crazy. Crazy. I don't even know what to say, right? Like, I'm speechless. He just summed it up. A grown man is wearing pearls. I know, dude. So many people. Garcia dancing? Like, who rapped his theme song? That guy must be fucking ashamed that he put such a gully verse on this shit. For this guy to come out wiggle his dick like a stripper. Dude, and now MJF's like mentoring. MJF's mentoring Garcia. Like, is that the story? Why? Like, Garcia's not working. Chat, do you guys tell me right now, is Garcia working?
Nope.
That's what I say. Thank you, Andre Adams. Yeah, Paige is like Batman, so he like doesn't mess with. He's like a vigilante guy who kind of messes with the Bucks, kind of doesn't again. So stupid. Yeah, but so merch used to be run by one of the Bucks' wife that dropped off considerably and she quit. Yeah, but Danny Suarez, it was shitty then too. Like, let's be honest, it was shitty then too. Joining us on the show right now. Am I going to swerve you guys? Or am I not? My favorite guest, truly, my favorite guest to have on the show, your friend and mine, the man that the IWC and the sickos fucking despise, but can't get enough of. Awful Wrestling is here on the show, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Awful, I know I only have you for a little short while tonight, okay?
You sure do. What's going on, Phil? What's going on, chat?
Man.
Wake up. What's going on?
I'm awake, bro. I'm awake. We're trying to enjoy. So they did a couple pieces of good business on this Dynamite. I don't know.
Fill me in. Fill this black man in.
So basically, pause. No Diddy. No Diddy. I'm gonna run that joke into the ground for sure.
Please don't.
But pretty much what happened tonight. So Danielson had a solid match, like to open the show with Pac. It was actually really good. Jeff Jarrett had a solid match with the wild card, which turned out to be Hangman Page, who's sort of like Batman now. Like he's gonna be like the Lone Ranger vigilante. He basically stole Brian Keith's gimmick, but
gotcha.
Yeah. And then and they had a solid match, just went a little too long. And then promo wise, we had Britt Baker and Mercedes Moné did a great piece of business. I won't even lie. They did a great. Yep, they really fucking did. And I'm going, okay, if they're gonna if they don't fumble it now, remember, this is every time I put AEW over for doing something good, they throw it in my face. You already know that, Awful. They throw it right in my face. Tony's gonna go on a Twitter meltdown tonight after the show's over, because of the fucking WrestleMania doc that happened, whatever. But yeah, man, they did a great piece of business. I won't lie. I actually really enjoyed it. And I think that that's the right match for Wembley, to have them and have Britt Baker beat her for the TBS title at Wembley. I think that's the right move. And then you let Tony, because they're actually getting ratings, right? So you keep Tony in that main title picture with whoever she's going to have a match with. Ultimately, I think it'll be Tony passing the belt over to Mariah May is what will ultimately happen in the end of that story. So maybe that happens at All In. Maybe I'm totally wrong and Jamie Hayter comes back out of nowhere, because I know that, and I know a lot of people are like, who? But Jamie Hayter is she's really something special, man. And she got severely injured in AEW. And we talked about injuries tonight as well. Julia Hart's off of All In. She is hurt worse than everyone thought. And Copeland won't make it either. But yeah, I don't know. Now they're ending things with Ospreay and Garcia, so I couldn't be less interested at all. So that's basically the recap, Awful. Your thoughts, man? Do you want me to break down the Mercedes promo and what happened, or?
You know what? Yeah, because you're a mark. Super mark, and you think that this Mercedes and Britt Baker matchup is going to be money. Let's hear it. What was it that made it money?
Oh, it won't just be money, Awful. It's gonna be Mone.
Oh shit!
Sorry,
God,
Chad.
did I walk into that?
Yeah. Listen, Chad. I see the super chats as well, and I'm gonna check those out in a minute. But I got Awful for a little bit of time, so I got to chop it up with them, and then I'll read some super chats for sure. Awful. So what went down was they had Britt Baker's return, and she comes out. They're in Chicago. The crowd's actually behind her, right? I popped for it at the pay-per-view. I thought that was probably the moment of the pay-per-view, was like her return, the crowd behind it, and she keeps herself in great shape. Like, look at her abs are ripped up. Like, she's looking really, really, really good. And everybody said, she's running her dental practice and she's at home taking care of Adam Cole. So she cuts a promo that actually I started out by roasting. I was like, man, the crowd's dead for this. She looks like she sounds like she's reading rehearsed nonsense. But I was also
probably was.
Well, I was also playing Mercedes Mone clips, so I wasn't really listening in. And then she said something about like having seizures or something. I missed it, and the chat filled me in. So she was basically not long ago, like she had a seizure. She had like a mini seizure, and she has actually health problems that she was dealing with as well. So she wasn't just taking care of Adam Cole, like she had some sort of seizure. So so to me, I start really listening in, and I realize, oh, she's actually like emotional and probably does have a pre-prepared speech, but the crowd's not behind this because she's talking about having a seizure, dude. So that's pretty intense. So I start listening in. I'm not going to lie. It wasn't like the most impactful promo ever, but the crowd did get behind her, and she did set herself up as a baby face and just saying, look, like I'm the first woman who signed here. And like, I know I haven't been here, but it's et cetera, et cetera. Then, before her promo's even done, Mercedes Mone interrupts it. So I said at the start of the show, because Tony Khan announced the card, and you can see it right here. They announced it. There's going to be a title celebration for Mone and Britt Baker. Like, we'll hear from her. And I was like, why the fuck doesn't, like, one of them's got to interrupt the other? Why would you book these both on the same show?
Right.
You know, got to get heat on one of these people. That's what they did. So Mone went full heel, fucking pulled up in a car, got out of the car. They start setting it up while Britt's in the ring, and she's greeted by the EVPs, the Bucks, who just to give her that extra stank. You know, they're like, oh, it's great. See the CEO and the EVPs. Yeah, we have your ceremony set up right now. We'll hurry up whatever's in the ring, whatever, da-da-da-da-da. And then they have production while Britt's in the ring. They're setting up for her celebration. Mercedes comes out, the crowd's just booing her. They're chanting DMD, DMD, and she just has that stank bitch look on her face. And then she's cutting that disingenuous bullshit promo, but she's leaning into it now finally. And I'm going, yes, dude. It was the crowd fucking hate. They're chanting at her, shut the fuck up. Like they don't want to hear shit she's got to say. And then Brit, and then they get in like a bitch off where they're both like, bitch, like, bitch, I fucking this, I'm the highest paid. I did da. And Brit's like, bitch, Brit owned her too. She's like, yeah, she's like, she's like, I was here as the AEW women's champ when you were over in Japan looking like a broke bitch with a broke ankle or whatever, you know, like she's like, you were fucking breaking your ankle in Japan, like going hard, dude. The crowd was popping for everything. And they did sort of like a double turn, if you will, because as I put it, in real life, people don't like Britt Baker, like on X and stuff like that. And they spun it into where she's the baby face. And in real life, people don't like Mone. And it appears that, I don't know, they spun her into this heel. And I think it's perfect if they just keep building this up for All In. And then Britt challenged her for All In. So if they just build up to it and don't botch it, I mean, I think this is a really good piece of business they did, and it's good for AEW. I don't know.
The only thing that sounds, the only thing, because, you know, I ask you where the store is, you're going to tell me how to build a car.
Yeah, dude.
So the only cool thing that you mentioned in this whole scenario was the fact that while Britt Baker was cutting her promo, they were setting up for Mercedes Mone's celebration. That sounds pretty cool. Funny.
Yeah,
that sounds clever.
And it got good heat, man. It got good heat.
So Britt Baker suffers a mini stroke and becomes a baby face through that. Is that what I'm guessing?
I mean, I guess, but like, what do you want her to do? Come back and say, I wasn't here because I was taking my fucking $3 million and taking care of Adam Cole.
Yeah, you can. You know what? You can lie. This is professional wrestling.
What is she gonna lie about? What's crazier than a seizure? What's crazier than a seizure?
You don't have to mention the seizure. And this is where I'm going to lose followers. I know. This is where I'm going to lose followers and lose a lot of listeners. But I don't want to hear about your mini stroke. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that it happened to you. Please don't bring that into the storyline, because we've already got enough, like, what's the word? The heart pulling, fucking the heartstrings pulling type of atmosphere as it is right now, just in society. And to bring like people want to escape. I don't want to hear about, and I'm just hearing about this for the first time. I am not interested in hearing about Britt Baker's mini stroke. I'm sorry, fellas. I'm
Listen, I
sorry,
gotta
chat, but
quickly, really quick here. Dat Boy
sure.
Quan for $2 says, "Hell, nobody cares about Garcia." Yeah, I don't care about this match.
Yeah, nobody does.
I'm glad awful. Thank you, Dat Boy Quan, for being here too. I appreciate you a lot, bruv. Ray J's World for $5 says, "Conrad is pissed that Jarrett lost. He tweeted, 'Fuck this,' and I'll give you a fair one." And yeah, I mean, I'm not like pissed, dude, but I'm just kind of like they did
the
that.
chat agrees with me.
They did that they did that whole great promo with Jeff Jarrett just for him to do the job, which is fine. But then how does this get Hangman over, especially if they're making him like, oh, I don't fuck with the Bucks, but I'm gonna be like I'm not aligned with the Elite, but I'm like angry Hangman now. How does that? I don't know, dude. Or I guess maybe it makes him more heelish. And then Jarrett, is he a babyface or is he going to be a goof with Sanjay and Satnam? Who knows? But he should have won the whole tournament, and who knows, man. It's just the problem is that you can't have Jarrett winning the tournament and main eventing fucking Wembley. You just can't have that. Thank you for the.
Why can't you?
We'll talk. We'll get there in a second. Andre Adams says MJF looked like he auditioning for an off-Broadway production of Grease. Dude, yes. Here's the thing. I'm glad you said that, Andre, because somebody commented or super chatted. It might have been you, Andre. Somebody said fucking or tweeted at me like MJF looks like Danny Zuko or something. And I started riffing, like not on air because it wasn't on air. And I started riffing Danny Zuko as MJF. That's a whole bit I got to bring to the show, dude. Like MJF talking about fucking Long Island, but like Kaneki or whatever. That's a whole thing that's coming. And yeah, I don't know. It's trash right now. The impression ain't good right now, but yeah, it's coming. So I totally agree with you. That whole like shoo do wop, shoo do wop. And he got some hair. He did something with his hair too. You know what I mean? He got some hair, something, I don't know what that is. Like if you can just rub some cream in and that shit'll grow back or whatever. Not dissing. I'm not hating nobody, but he did something or other. But yeah, thank you, Andre. Okay, back to what we were babbling about. So I got to show my chatter some love there. Back to what we're babbling about. You were saying the chat agrees with you.
Yeah.
How else? Okay, so what are they agreeing with here? Like
they agree with me that the Britt Baker mini stroke has time and place. That's the best I can put it. Like it wasn't the time. You just come back and now you're looking it. You know how there's cheap heat? This is like cheap love. If that makes like it's the easiest way to get people to get behind you. There's nothing clever about it. And it's on that whole thing. Like, so if you suck in this match with Mercedes Mone, so we can't judge you. We can't critique the match because, a few months ago you had a mini. You know how this goes, Phil. People get super sensitive.
Like I'm not gonna listen, you're looking into the future and like
you're damn right I am. When AEW is closed. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, but all I'm saying is that okay, yes, if the IWC starts going, relax on her match quality, she just had a stroke, blah, blah, blah.
Yep. It's exactly what's going to happen. She didn't get time to train.
And if Dave Meltzer doesn't come out, because someone explained in the chat what it was. I think it was Jonesy. I don't know where she's at, if she's still in here, but she explained that it's like a mini stroke, whatever the condition's called. It's like not a full-on stroke like Bret Hart style, but it's like a stroke, like a mini stroke or something. Or maybe he had the same thing. I'm talking to my ass. I'm not a doctor, but all I'm saying is that remember when like Roman Reigns said he had blood cancer or whatever, and then or leukemia, and then Dave Meltzer goes, oh, well, this other, it's not like the serious blood cancer, like
but Roman did that. Roman did that on the way out.
I know, but here's the thing, though. Meltzer better keep that same energy, too, with Brit, because he needs to make an ass out of himself here again. He's not gonna, but I can't wait till he comes out and, it's not a real stroke. It was a mini stroke. But he probably won't do that because he likes Brit. But all I'm saying is, yeah, dude, it's going to be a lot of, there's always energy shifting, right? People fucking flip up on the fly, and they will say, oh, you can't critique her wrestling or whatever. I get that, but I'm not aligning with that. What I'm saying is that it's a real situation. I agree with you fully. I hate when everyone goes, my dreams are dreams, my dream. We all dream. And I hate when people go, 6 years ago, I hurt my tricep. Or when it's just like a normal, like, oh, I fucking tore an ACL. Yeah, that's a horrible injury. Tons of people have done that shit in wrestling, or like a hurt elbow or torn tricep or a pec or whatever. Tons of a quad. Everyone does that shit in wrestling. Okay. So when they're like, oh, the quad injury that nearly ended my career 4 years ago, and I'm fighting. Yeah, I agree with you. I fucking hate that. But this is a real thing where mini seizure, big seizure, don't matter. You have a seizure, bro, that could fucking change the whole trajectory of your life. And she came back in better shape than ever. And the crowd is super behind her and did miss her. And I know Tony Khan likes to go, the greatest women ever. They need something fresh in there, dude. Besides
hold on, Phil. Did you not just say that it was library quiet before she made mention of the mini stroke?
No. The reason I said that it was library quiet was because she was saying, yo, I had a fucking stroke or a seizure or whatever.
Oh,
and
gotcha.
And they were emotional, and I was talking about Mercedes Mone. So when I sort of tapped back into what she was saying, I was like, yeah, the crowd's quiet. I think she's just fumbling this promo here, whatever. And then the chat was like, no, dude, she's had a fucking seizure. And I'm sitting there going, oh, I missed that bit. And okay, damn, oh shit. And then I'm listening to her and I'm like, oh, she's like more, it sounds like she's fighting back tears and sort of had something prepared. And then the crowd was really just on bated breath. You know, this is a Chicago crowd. So I was sort of pointing that out to say, like, I was quick to judge it too and write it off. But no, she was revealing, like, no, dude, I had a fucking seizure. And the whole crowd.
Without seeing this production,
yeah,
I'm hoping it would be cool if the Britt Baker mini stroke was a work. Because then that way... See, here you go. See, here we go. Can't talk honesty. Can't talk honesty around Phil Marks.
Yes, you can.
Right,
I'm just saying, no. But you don't think
you're saying I'm being. Stop right there.
Okay.
You never let me finish.
Okay, let's go.
Listen, my friend. If she I love. Remember how I was talking about it was clever the way they like moved in on her promo and started setting up for the thing. Okay, I'm starting to understand why she would say like she had a mini stroke because it would make the heat on Mercedes that much more. Okay, I get that. But here's the problem. This is AEW. This is not old NWA or WWE. They're going to fumble up. They're going to somehow flub up the fact that this lady had a mini stroke. They're going to. Somebody said it beautifully in the chat. It goes from cheap sympathy to now it's just like, were you guys? Because all about 3-4 weeks from now, how will this all play out in the grand scheme of this Mercedes versus Britt Baker? If she talks about this mini stroke next week, now I'm on the whole thing of like, all right. Motherfucker can't write television. Motherfucker can't do anything good as far as like writing compelling television. This is as low as it goes.
He already can't do that, and we know that.
Right.
So
we're hoping.
Right. I'm talking about what it was tonight. I'm just saying I put it over. So I don't know, dude. I was just trying to telling you what was good on the show.
Yeah,
I was telling you what was
I like
bad.
that part.
This is all
it sounded pretty cool.
You're talking about next week, motherfucker. We ain't at next week yet. You know what I mean? MJF just kicked RC in the nuts, thank God. But yeah, we're not at next week yet. So yes, if
same guy that tells me all the time, give it a shot, give it a chance, give it some time.
No, I'm not saying don't look to the future. I'm not saying Tony's not gonna fuck it up. What I'm saying, if next week she goes, oh, my seizure. Okay, the next week come and tell me this bullshit. Okay, I'll agree with you probably. But to sit there and think they faked it awful. Oh, come on now. Awful.
No, I said it would be better.
I'm not because here's the thing. We don't know, and here's the whole thing, right? You're saying it at a hilarious time because Alfred Konua, friend of the show, interviewed Dijak, and Dijak tells a story that Vince McMahon went to Mia Yim and was like, "You're gonna fake a seizure." And everyone was like, Vince, that's fucking stupid. And they
on
wouldn't
camera, Phil.
and
On
they couldn't.
camera.
Okay, but oh my God, it's this. Oh, I faked it off camera, and that makes it better, dude. Come on, man. Come the fuck
You can
on,
say
dude.
whatever the hell you want to say on a professional wrestling program.
Oh my God.
How about this? Okay, she doesn't have to say she had a mini stroke. I fell down the steps.
Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to.
I fell down the steps. I don't know. I was mowing the lawn and I sprained my ankle. I don't know. Say something, but do something a little bit more clever than be like, okay, Britt Baker, you're back. I mean, why did it take so long? Well, I had a mini stroke. Good. We'll run with that. That means you had nothing else on the plate for Britt Baker to come back with. I don't know. And forgive my ignorance, people. Chat. I did not see the segment, so I'm speaking out of somewhat ignorance.
I'm sorry to make,
and I will admit
chats,
to that.
Wade. Britt wouldn't have to had to tell us this. If Tony Khan would give an update on talent injuries once in a while for $5, well, Tony Khan also said that he's thinking of starting a injury report show. Do you guys or Awful? Let me get your thoughts on, should Tony Khan start an injury update weekly show where it updates everyone on the injuries?
Where on Twitter or YouTube or something?
I don't know. But it's like,
how long is this?
Bro, the NHL doesn't do that. Like, that's what Sports Center and all that shit's for. And it's like,
that's what the scrum is for.
Yeah, and you don't want
what the press conference is for.
Going like, oh, look at you, like, dude, so many people get hurt in your company. You need to do a whole fucking show around it. Like, that's crazy to me. MJF's flooding up Garcia. We're never gonna care about Garcia, folks. I'm so sorry. I'll never care about this guy. But Awful, your thoughts on an injury update show?
Nah, don't do it. Not a show. You can have like, if you're gonna waste one of your tweets, waste it on that and just have like a little fucking report that says, you know, Britt Baker had a mini stroke. MJF had hair plugs put in this week. And just go on from there. I don't know what you do with it, but don't make a goddamn 10-minute show or even 5 minutes or even 2 minutes. Nobody's that interested. That's why my videos are under 2 minutes long. I mean, good grief. Nobody wants to sit there 6 minutes trying to figure out if Dante Martin is fully healed or, you know, whatever the hell.
Speak for yourself, man. I upload hour-long fucking bits to the clip channel all the time and people love them, but hey, that's
no. That's on YouTube. That's a beautiful thing. On Twitter, people have a little, you know, they have a short attention span.
Ray J's World, thank you for becoming a member.
Yeah,
thank you so much. 99 cents, you become a member. Appreciate you so much. For $10, you ain't hype. And you get a bruv. Yeah, I don't care. They're wasting this by doing this to Daniel Garcia. Imagine if this was the revenge MJF got on Wardlow or something after the devil shit and their push or whatever, man. I'm trying to think of something. You ain't hyped for $10, says Hangman is off to a great start. Defeated someone passing homage to Owen. No real payoff to the match. Random gimmick change. Don't know about you. This dude needs a rocket strapped to him. And you're talking about Hangman. Here's the thing. I look at Hangman as this is a dude who could, like, if he went to WWE, they would have built him up as like the next Triple H level guy, where he wouldn't be like the top guy, but he'd be like that dude in the mix right underneath. I always looked at Hangman like that. I think WWE, they would hone his skill and give him, like, he would do his best work, you know? And yeah, this gimmick is weird. Like, he's like crazy, angry Batman Hangman Page, who's like kind of unhinged and off his rocker cowboy guy. I just don't, I'm not really feeling it yet, but I don't know. He just beat Jarrett and it was designed to get heat on him. So I guess, yeah, we don't like him, I guess, you know? And
this is what I wanted to talk to you about with the Jeff Jarrett situation. Cause you had said like, damn, what did you say? You said something like Jarrett or Jarrett should have gone all the way, but he wasn't going to main event at Wembley or some shit. And I find that to be laughable because the same formula that can be done with Terry Funk at ECW is the same formula that should be used with Jeff Jarrett and AEW. Right. Give this man like that last big hurrah. Have him drop his Jay Lethals or whatever faction he's with, and just Start anew with him. Hey, man, I'm on my last legs. You know, it's my
Dude,
last year here.
That would
It
be
would
awesome
work.
too. Dude, and that would be good too if like he ditched Sanjay and Satnam in them and Jay Lethal, and then they turned on him. And then like those are the guys he fought. So it wasn't like an evil faction. It was just like he has this side quest that he's dealing with now that he broke off from them to get his mind right and focus on the Owen and winning the fucking all in. Yeah, dude, you're right.
Yeah.
And then
And
yeah,
through
I
that, he
agree,
doesn't have.
dude.
He
That's
doesn't.
actually a good
He does.
idea.
It's a great idea because it's mine. But you know, sometimes you got to blow your own horn. But what I was gonna say was like, yeah, man, you don't have to have Sanjay Dutt or Jay Lethal turn on him. He can just go. It could be as simple as going into the locker room, seeing these guys, setting up, getting ready for their match or whatever. Hey guys, I had on my my mind. I really want to win this tournament. And then through their heelishness, they kind of understand like, okay, bro, we're going to let you do what you got to do. And now you have a true sympathy hero, an older guy, an older wrestler, a veteran who I don't know if he drew a goddamn dime or not, but he gets in there and he takes care of business. He wins the Owen Hart tournament. Then now you bring on the heel stables or whatever, and he bests them to become the world champion. He could be world champion for one night, but as long as he did it for Owen,
even just have him lose, even just have him go out and like shit, he just lost, but it's like Rocky, right? Where they're all chanting his name at the end of Rocky 6.
Yeah, but Rocky's played out. You want a winner. People like winners. We don't want to go. We don't want to go. We don't want you going all the way to fucking Wembley Stadium out there just to lose. Like, boy, what a that's such a Tony Khan finish too. Like, no. Finish the story on this.
No, it's a Sylvester Stallone finish.
Okay. All right.
You ain't hype. Thank you so much for the super chat. Ray J's World for $5. Thank you so much. We got a call for help here because Awful's cooking. And if Brit had an actual stroke, she would lose her dental license. I don't know if that's true, brother, but if that's real, then that's real. But here's the thing is that I don't know how America works, but can you own a practice and then have dentists under you if you studied but then had a stroke? You just couldn't be the one to perform certain whatevers,
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
you could still own the practice, right? So it's
I'm sure does she have her own practice? That's the difference.
I believe she does. Yeah, I think she how else do you wrestle? Like she just closes her office. Like I'm sure she works.
I thought she was a helpmate. I can't think of the dental term, but I thought she was an employee of another dentist. I could be wrong, but I'd love to know more about that. If she suffered a stroke, she'd lose her dental license.
Jesus,
that's
you guys are
very interesting.
Man. I don't care.
What?
I hope
What's going on?
And I'm praying for her and her family. I don't fucking know. That's crazy to I don't even care. Like, I just don't think they would say that if that was fake. I think
we're not saying that. I'm not. I can't wait till you edit this show.
Yeah. What are you saying?
I said I can't wait till you edit this show because you'll get a full context of what I meant. And I also said that, listen, guys, I'm a little ignorant. I was too busy constructing a fucking ramp for my aunt. But I didn't get to see I didn't get to see the segment. But hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's good. Did you check out the WrestleMania documentary yet?
No, I'm going to watch that.
Okay.
Do a watch along where on Patreon where they won't DMCA strike me, because they do that for audio too. What a lot of people don't know is that they can get you for audio too. So I know so many people are like, why do you pause and talk? It's like you have to, or like the audio sometimes will also get sniped. It's not just the video, I
also heard something about how you can't almost curse anymore on the YouTube live streams.
Well, you can. No, you can. It's just a matter of you gotta limit it.
You can't.
Yeah, you can, dude. I curse all the time. See, look, balls, fuck, it's all good. What you can't do is you can't go like if I just go F. Oh, and this guy and this guy effing, then this guy effing did this before effing this and effing that, and then effing. Like if that's what it is, they're gonna go, yeah, none of that. If you are doing like a bunch of swears in a row, they don't like that. Just like if someone goes in the chat and just writes like, corn
Right.
with a P, right? They'll flag
Right.
like, why are they writing that? And so it's because a lot of it's AI based now. So what it is the AI just picks up on too many F's in a row. So you can say, I can drop a piss, I can say that right now. But if I just started saying it a bunch of times, it'll pick up on that. Like, why are they just spamming weird, toxic shit? You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So, I gotta work just to break it down with you guys.
And the WrestleMania Patreon, when are you doing that?
I don't know, man. I'm actually out of town this week, so Saturday live shows I think is going to be moved to Sunday review show. But I don't know, man. Like, when are you free? You could hop on that with me or something too.
Dude, I'm free all day tomorrow. It's July 4th. Apparently, it's Independence Day.
Yeah, so it's 1 hour long. So if you want to join me, dude, we could do that tomorrow for the good PWT folks. We could do that.
Oh yeah, that way I can really go in because I really do bite my tongue out here. Like this, I understand YouTube rules to a point, but I know on Patreon it's the Wild West. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Unless you're like doing betting schemes, then you'll get your whole shit shut down. Shout out, UFC fighter got caught doing that, and like gambling on UFC got banned entirely in our country for a bit, dude. It was crazy. Awful. Do I have you for much longer tonight, or?
Well, I see that. I see the time. I'm actually a half hour late, but yeah. Give me. You got me for 5 more minutes, my man.
All right, let's go, you old grump. Let's get into it. So, I got some. Yeah, I got some stuff here. I got a terrible. Well, here, actually, let's play something good. Let's play some funny shit. I want to do some fun. We argued enough. Let's play some funny shit. This is the content the internet was made for. Shout out at Triple H, Paul L. So that was formerly Vince McMahon's thoughts, now Triple H's thoughts. And I reached out to this guy. I'm going to try and get him on the podcast. And so, check this guy out. Check out his TikTok. And here's him doing impressions, and they're all so good. So let's have a laugh here together. Make this old man smile. Oh, now it's loading. We got the dial up. Jesus Christ. Here we go. What a fail. Oh my God, chat. I'm playing myself. The Price is Wrong. What a fail. Oh my God. We're jinxed. It's cursed. Here we go.
Start saying,
Huck to and spit on that.
I'm gonna smash him. Then I'm gonna hawk to him. You will. Hawk to in peace. My God, ladies and gentlemen, she has hot-tuned all over this arena here tonight.
Dude, that Jim Ross is good, man.
That was okay. That was okay. He's going to overdo it, of course.
In my eye, to be the man. Dude, in my eye.
He's good to practice stuff here.
In peace. My God, ladies and gentlemen, she has hot-tuned all over this arena here tonight. Somebody just hot-tuned in my eye. To be the man, you've got to hot-to the man. I'm going to hit you with the 3 most devastating letters in WWE. This is WWE.
Damn, man, that guy's round of applause, dude. I reached out to this guy. We're gonna I want him to come on the show real bad. That's gonna be good. Awful. Your thoughts on our friend Anthony Malerba here?
What's his name?
Anthony Malerba. I'm assuming.
Okay.
Like yeah.
Did you play the whole thing? Was that all of it?
Yeah, that was it. It was just a quick 30 seconds of him.
Okay. That's good. Quick to the point. Don't overdo it. Don't do it like a 2-minute compilation. We don't want to hear too much of your bad Ric Flair impression. But listen, man, he was good on the Jim Ross. He was good on the who was the other one? Oh, the Randy Orton. That was okay. All the other ones. All right, come on now.
So
yeah. Go ahead.
We got another one here. The Indie Wrestling Scramble Match Checklist Part 2 by the veteran Jack Vaughn.
Now this is the guy you need to get on.
Match.
Yeah, I would love to. I should reach to him actually, because I actually watch OVW too. Like I wouldn't just be. Yeah, I don't just like him because of this. Like I was following him before all that shit Because like I said, man, I'll throw OVW on. They just uploaded one. I'm gonna watch like late. I'll throw it on at bed, you know. Because if I fall asleep to it, I don't care. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I'll just throw it on. I need nighttime noise. I'm one of those guys. But yeah,
check the smart too.
Yeah.
Guy, that's so true. Dive after dive. Even the person filming's popping.
Yeah. All right, guys, we gotta go home. Gotta go home. Come on, we gotta go home. It's been 10 minutes. We gotta go home.
Ignoring time cues. AEW in a nutshell. Oh my god.
Can you pause it for 1 second, Phil?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just 1 second. But I just want all the new listeners or all the new fans of yours to know this is what the NWA rings sounded like, and it was fucking awesome when we heard that shit because it just sounded like when you got body slammed, you got body slammed on sheet metal, and it's just a cool sound.
It's that crisp canvas sound. I agree, man.
Yeah.
The phantom selling because it's not time for your spot. Yeah, everyone, even the WWE people do this shit. It takes a bump.
Wow!
Yeah. Wonderful. Oh shit, that's funny, man. I love the veteran.
Yeah. I like how they're playing it safe too. Like we got a show on Friday, so we're gonna
yeah, you're right.
We're gonna play this one safe.
Oh my god, that's good shit.
Veteran
man.
Jack Vaughn, if you're out there listening, bro, yeah, you got to check out PWT, man. Come on to the show. You're an awesome Twitter follow.
He is absolutely awful. You got to get out of here. What? Got to get
Yes,
back
indeed.
to building.
Well, I'm done that. I just have to, clean up. That's all. But
sounds good, man.
But
okay,
yeah.
well, let's hang out tomorrow because I'm free all day as well, more or less. So, or let me think. Yeah. Friday, I'm interviewing Aunt Evan. So yeah, tomorrow, I believe I got nothing going on. So let's do that Patreon. We'll link up and watch that WrestleMania XL. So guys, on the Patreon, sign up for that, and you'll get that video. I'll drop it hopefully like on the weekend, actually, while I'm out of town. You guys watch that too, because I got a missed live show or whatever. So yeah, a round of applause for Awful. But first, let everyone know where they can follow you. What you got going on, my good friend?
Well, you can follow me on Twitter at Awful Wrestling, AEWFUL Wrestling, and here on PWT and also on Toonie Talk Wrestling every Tuesday at 8. And there's no ratings tomorrow because you know how I like to roll out of here and ask for an estimate on what you think the ratings are going to be. Chad, I'm anxious to know what you guys think. I'm saying 675.
Ooh.
Yeah, 675.
I'll say this show with the wild card above 7. Which I said last time, and I was totally wrong. But
right, because you got it right the first time. I think you said like 650
around
last time. Yeah, and then you switched up. Got cold feet. But yeah, 675 tomorrow. But thank you, Phil, for having me on in such short notice. And peace to the chat. And enjoy Independence Day. Hopefully, no aliens will come and visit. Peace, everybody.
All right, round of for Awful Wrestling, guys. Oh, you gotta love that guy. 690. is what Ray J's World's saying. Okay, so I'm going to read you guys some happy time stuff here. This is why Randy Orton is the fucking GOAT. He reached out to a person suffering from depression, noting that he's also had bad experiences as well. So here's just a wholesome story about Randy Orton. He tweeted or he DM'd some guy directly, followed him and said, "Nobody is immune to depression. I was out for 18 months. I was told my career was over. For 6 months, I had a terrible headspace. You have to find the motivation to start something and then continue it. Become consistent at it. Something healthy. For me, it was my back healing, eating right, hitting the gym properly, and seeing the results. Look for anything that can make you see the improvement in whatever it is you're doing, even if it's selfless acts like helping others less fortunate. Depression is real, but we are resilient. Don't give up." Shout out Randall Keith Orton, man. That's how you do that. That's how you do that damn thing. So here, I got some more for you. I'm not dipping out. I'm still hanging out with you guys. So I see some people watching dipped out along with Awful. He's a draw. What can we say? But yes, you guys who stuck around, you're in for a bit of a treat because we're going to talk about Bruv. I got some more WWE stuff here. So look at this. Michin comes out on NXT the other day. Now, this won't get flagged, luckily. But here is her insane botch. Watch this. So here's Michin in the ring in NXT. She dives out the ring. She moves out of the way. And she goes face first into these chairs. Gruesome. Gruesome. So let's see this. Oh. Like, and she's okay. You know what I'm saying, dude? That is, I gotta give that one a you. What? Because that is like, we're gonna watch that one more time, folks. Because that was fucking crazy. It was at this moment she knew that she fucked up. Oh my God. Look at these fans too. They're like, oh shit, hands on the head. Oh my God. Knees are the last things to slam on the ground too. You slammed your knees on the ground, dude. Did that in gym class once in like grade 7. That shit sucked, man. So yeah, shout out Mia Yim. And I think she's okay too. Like, I don't even think she's hurt from that. Some Darby Allin. You're dumb if you think that's a botch. No, I'm not. Revamped Wrestling. You're dumb for calling people dumb. How about that? No, but dude, listen. It is a botch, the landing. So, like, you're gonna try and be a smartass and go, but the spot where she moves out of the way and they go, because you're stupid and you're so dumb that you think other people are dumb, right? Just right off rip like that. Meanwhile, you don't got motherfuckers listening to you. Clearly, I'm saying something smart, right? So just calm down, take a breath, and let's reassess this revamped wrestling. It is a botch the way she landed. Nobody intends to land face first and squish their face on a chair and land knees last like that. Bending yourself that could cause a fucking hip or back issue, right? Like, no, but LOL, dumb Mark. Okay, you're called revamped wrestling. I'm Pro Wrestle Time. Who's a dumb, like, you're at the same level. You're in here talking in my chat. So who's a dumb Mark? You're listening to a guy mark out about wrestling. Who's a Mark? So calm down. Take a deep breath. That was a botch landing. The spot was intentional. Like, no doubt. The other girl would get fired if she didn't mean to do that. But yeah, don't, so angry are we? No, dude. I'm calmly just dismissing you. You don't come in calling people dumb. I just spanked your little tushy. Now back to the Cabbage Patch and revamped wrestling. I'm sure a lot of people are listening to your pod. But yeah, so here we go. What do I got next for you guys? Yeah, that was a crazy botch. And then more WWE stuff. So Sami Zayn is in Toronto doing Sami Zayn and Friends. And he got his, dude, a long time ago, I made some clips of, I clipped it from Santino, what's his name? Andrew Santino, Whiskey Ginger. Sami Zayn was on that podcast. And Sammy was talking about how he would have done stand-up comedy if he wasn't a pro wrestler. Now he's doing that with the partnership with Netflix. He's getting a chance with Netflix to do Netflix as a joke in Toronto. Or I think he already did the Netflix as a joke stuff, but he's doing a Sami Zayn and Friends, a la, like Joe Rogan and Friends and stuff. And he's I don't know. He's got comedians essentially that he's got lined up. I don't know who's on the lineup. I'm sure you can Google it. But this post from Sami Zayn was, what the fuck is this? And it's Johnny Knoxville headed to Toronto. So let's see if, you know what I mean? If Johnny Knoxville shows up there, obviously, but let's see if he has something to do with Sammy again, maybe at SummerSlam, because a lot of people called that WrestleMania match. They did a goof joke match. But it was funny as fuck, dude, and it's super memorable. A lot of people loved it. I loved it, even though it was so ridiculous, like the giant mouse trap, But when Wee Man came out and everything, the crowd was erupting for all that. So who knows? Maybe he comes out and helps Sammy, and they're not feuding anymore. But yeah, Johnny's going to be there. So that's just cool, like WWE news. We got more stuff here. We're about to play our flutes, though. Hold on a second. This guy, let's say, dude's a nerd. Where is it? Where did he say? I got more subscribers than you. Okay, bro. No one gives a shit. You're a dumb mark. Here we go. Super chats. Jamie Earhart for $2. Is revamped wrestling 5 years old? What the fuck? Yeah, dude. Here's the thing. I don't know how many subs you have. I don't give a shit. But if you're 5 years old, I'm barely a year and a half old, and I have 2 channels. One of them surpassed 1,000. One of them is on the way to 4K, and I'm super proud of that. And you're literally mad because you came in here calling people dumb, and then I corrected you, and I stopped your little feminine ass from coming in here crying, and I just stifled that shit. And I said, bro, no one's dumb up in here. You're fucking stupid, calling people stupid, assuming they're stupid. It is a botch. You didn't even think about it clearly. Yes or no, right now, revamped wrestling, was the landing a botch? She meant to squish her face into chairs like that and fucking land with her knees all messed up like that. And then she retweeted and posted it, a slow motion video, because she meant to do that. Yes or no? Or was the landing a botch? You didn't even think about that because you're stupid. You're low IQ. So go fuck yourself. And now, whatever video you do, guess what? It's going to get invaded with flutes in the chat and in the comments. Chat, you guys know what to do. Flutes up. You want to go to war? Okay. Yeah, I don't know because I've never heard of revamped wrestling. So who gives a shit how old they are? That's right. We're shooting. Now you got to Phil shoot cast. Let's go. What's going on, Phil? What did you think of the Dynamite ending? MJF heel is back. Scully vibes for $5. Yeah, Scully, you weren't here with us tonight. So let me think here, dude. I liked it. I was arguing with Awful at the time it went down, so I was paying attention. I just said, listen, I'm never going to get behind Garcia. You can bloody him up. He can kick out of a million Death Riders. He can tap out Danielson with. I'm just never going to get behind him and his dick wiggling. Ever. I'm just never going to get behind that. I just can't, So if they had a cruiserweight division, he would be I'd be like, yes, or if it was a light heavyweight division or something, I would be like, yes, dude, he could be the face of it for sure. But just him and MJF, this is what they're doing for Wembley. It's going to be Garcia and MJF. I'm glad we got full on heel MJF, but what is it going to amount to? Where's the super over baby face to where we want to see those worlds collide? It just doesn't exist. And it's kind of shitty. Now I think they're building to a 4-way maybe or something. Maybe I'm wrong, but you got Ospreay and he came out to help Garcia. So they're giving him the Ospreay rub, if that means anything, and the super villain heel MJF rub, if that means anything. So maybe they can win me over, but I don't know. Thank you so much for the super chat. You get an air horn. Yeah, dude, this guy can just give it. Just ignore his fucking bye, guys. Thanks. He's getting cooked. Yeah, and he knows too. So, guys, this is what I want the chat to do, right? We're not going to talk shit. Oh, you're dumb, goofy. We're not going to do what he does, lower ourselves to sub-mutate level, where we're like, ugh, everyone's dumb because this isn't a botch, but really, I just didn't think about what my answer. Fucking idiot. What we're going to do is just put flutes in all their shit from now on. You know what I'm saying? There we go. Actually, we'll just ignore them. Fuck them. Don't even put flutes. You know what I mean? Fuck them. Dead ass 5-year-old old man ass channel no one listens to. We're all good. But yeah, shout out chat for having my back. You guys are the shit. And yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to roast him, but I'm also trying to like do my show, which is way better than whatever that asshole's doing. That's why he's here listening to Phil Marks right now. You know what I mean? He's in here talking to me. All right. Free plug for his shit, I guess. But yeah. He's all good. He's welcome to come talk more. She can come on this show and talk shit to me if he wants to, and we can fucking hash it out verbally. But anyways, enough of that. Enough of stupid marks trying to call out other stupid marks. We are continuing along here. Sorry, I'm having I'm a mark for Phil Marks. I'm a mark for Phil Marks. Yeah, dude, Phil S. Marks to you, revamped. Oh, what a great name. And yeah, whatever. 3.66K subs. That's cool, bro. You're laughing at I got another channel with 1K subs. You know, like I'm very proud of that. Yeah, and I thought you left, bro. So he just likes punishment. You know, he's just one of the sickos. I bet he's a sicko. I bet he loved Dynamite, and I think I bet Garcia is the best, and it's great. Which is fine. I enjoyed a lot of Dynamite too. But yeah, I'm just having fucking here we go. Reloading issues, guys. An AEW Glizzy Gobbler. Sorry, guys, I'm here. I'm talking. I'm just here we go. Dude, his channel is nothing but 2K Sims. Yeah, I mean, and then AEW sucks. Actually, bro, I love the Fed. Fuck you. You're a goof. Ignore this guy and just yeah, ignore this guy. Whatever. And yeah, just 2K Sims. Yeah, I'm glad you fucking got brainless 2-year-olds to sub to you simming 2K matches. Too lazy to even play them. Yeah, I'm sure your content's great. Too lazy to even play the games. You know what I'm saying? Just let me sim them for you guys and fucking ridiculous. Yeah, sorry about your dog dying. We're not gross like you, dude. Phil Marks would break revamps like an MMA ring. I don't know about all that, but I do roll. I do roll. So I used to way more, but don't get it fucking twisted, man. Here we go. Okay, so back to the show. Sorry, I was having weird. I hope you guys could hear me talking shit the whole time too. I'm having yeah, here we go. Anyways, moving along. So the Creed brothers are announced for Bloodsport, and this is insane. So Shayna Baszler's doing a Bloodsport again. She did the last one. Josh Barnett, the gentleman who essentially runs, I think he he owns it, right? And he books it all. Bloodsport is Shayna Baszler's manager as well. And so guys, just where's D? Here, I'll just time this motherfucker out. This is ridiculous. You're getting timed out. A little spank on the bottom. You'll be back talking more shit. You're addicted. Weirdos like this, guys, they're addicted to punishment. I'm telling you. Just gonna mute this fucking guy. Yeah, you're in timeout, bruv. But I don't know. Sorry about your dog and all that. And yeah. Peace the fuck out. Okay. So, anyways, he can come back tomorrow and say sorry. And tell me why my show's better than his on the air, if he'd like to, if he even has a show. Anyways, though, Bloodsport. We got the Creed brothers, Brutus and Julius. So they're real, actual, you know, fucking shooty McShoot wrestlers. And guys, sorry, I had like internet weird shit. My StreamYard and everything went down for a second. So I was like, oh my God, I was reloading it. I hope you guys could hear me talking shit that whole time. But now that it's fixed, we're moving along. We still got flutes to play, guys. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna try and do it quickly, but we got a lot to get to. Phil likes to bring you guys a ridiculously overloaded show. So, yeah, Phil Marks bookmarks. We do them all night during the live streams, bro. It's it is what it is. Man, how crazy was that guy who came in here? Oh my God. He's mad because clearly she botched that landing. Like, what are we going to talk about here, dude? The fuck, man? Enjoy the show and be quiet. Dude's in here fucking talking shit. Doesn't even play the game. Sims 2K, dude. Are you kidding me? Some goddamn. He probably does AI fucking thumbnails too. Anyways, Josh Barnett's Bloodsport. It's going down Sunday the 28th, Brooklyn, New York. Brutus Creed is on it. His brother Julius is on it. Josh Barnett is Shayna Baszler's manager, and also he runs and books and operates this thing here. And also Shayna Baszler's also on this one as well. She took on Masha Slamovich at the last one, which was a phenomenal match. And I believe Slamovich... No, actually, I think Shayna went over. Yeah, like stomped her out or something. But either way, this will be interesting to see how they get booked, how far they make it, if they do good in the all of that. You know what I mean? It'll just be interested to see how they do the shoot style. They are real wrestlers. I think this suits them good, and it's out of character, and it's going to help lend itself to like when they get brought in as like bloodthirsty Chad Gable type guys, and they're trying to get people to work a little stronger of style. They are doing that in WWE. I think some dirt sheets said that, and a lot of people are like, that's bullshit. But no, I'm fairly certain that's what they're doing. But yeah, so that's phenomenal as well. Let me just see. I think it's Wrestling Observer. We're not playing flutes yet, guys. We're gonna get there. Randy Orton with his beautiful stuff. With the beautiful stuff. And we got, okay, that's Alvarez. Sorry, guys. Chat, get the blue check for the folders and the bookmarks or what? You know what I mean? Yeah, chat. I know you guys are gonna fucking cook those dudes anyways. I am just focused on this. So 6-man tag match. Yeah, this is Observer. I like to sum it together, but I think I'm gonna get the blue check just for the folders. Everyone's gonna call me clout chasing though, and I hate the idea of that. But yeah, here's Andrew Zarian. So I talked about this earlier in the show. So the other week, or no, I'll lump this in with Dave. I'm so sorry. I'll lump this in with Dave. So Zack Sabre Jr. Okay, guys, here. We know what we're doing here. Zack Sabre Jr. at the post-media scrum for Forbidden Door. And this is a Zack Sabre dumb moment of the week. He says AEW has changed the entire industry because to be able to have a large-scale American company that completely respects pro wrestling did not exist before. And this just pissed me off. And I listened to this and I was like, dude. So I quote tweeted this and said, Stone Cold, The Rock, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, John Cena, Undertaker, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, etc. None of them respected pro wrestling, guys. They just gave their bodies and dedicated their lives to do skits and bits and play around. And this guy's saying that shit. I don't know if he believes this or not. I like Zack Sabre Jr. And he also went on to say that if you don't understand Orange Cassidy's gimmick, which I tweeted out here, Zack Sabre Jr. says, anyone who doesn't understand how skilled Orange Cassidy is as a wrestler is dumb as fuck. It's not that Cassidy can't wrestle. It's that his gimmick is corny and doesn't work for how much he's shoved down everyone's throats. That's the disconnect. So those are my responses to whatever the fuck he's saying, if anyone cares. The whole thing is like, yeah, I mean, it's not that he can't wrestle. He can do moves and all that. That's not why people don't like Orange Cassidy. It's that he gets shoved down our throats, and this just sort of triggered me. I was like, damn, for real, you're one of these guys, Zach. Like you wrestled in the Cruiserweight Classic. You're gonna tell me that was for an opportunity to get to get on TV, WWE TV, right? Like that wasn't for a big bag. Like the Cruiserweight guys were getting brought in for whatever to do that tournament. So don't sit here and act like people don't respect wrestling before AEW existed. So Ring of Honor didn't respect wrestling in America. TNA didn't. Like WWE, it's so stupid. And same with people who say like, oh, well, WWE's got a head start. Yeah, so does TNA. So how is that a fucking excuse? It's not an excuse for AEW for how they're and just Zach saying shit like this too, like it didn't exist in America before. So that's like to all the fans basically too. Like, yeah, so you all didn't even get a company that respect. You had to only be the guys who watch Japanese and British wrestling, and you guys respected wrestling, but all you other people didn't respect it. You didn't respect Shawn Michaels and Undertaker at WrestleMania and shit. We didn't respect wrestling, I guess, guys. That whole mentality is fucking, it's just gross. I truly believe that. So then Andrew Zarian. Andrew Zarian goes on to say, Should I do Bruv? Yeah, let me do Bruv. Sorry. Okay, so Will Ospreay versus Swerve Strickland in the main event of Forbidden Door came out because Will Ospreay wanted to eliminate the talking point of Swerve being a placeholder for him until AEW at All in Wembley. So basically, Swerve got this match at Forbidden Door and got put over to try and dead the talk about him being a placeholder. But that's like admitting he's a placeholder, kind of. Do you know what I'm saying? Forget what the internet dwellers think about the blue check. Just makes you more. Yeah, I agree. And it just makes the show flow better because I'm trying to do it in my head. Like, that's why you guys see me scroll up and down. I'm trying to map it, memorize it also. I know it. And then I just fuck it up anyway. So I'm just going to do it, I think. Anyways, though. So it basically is admitting Swerve is transitional and admitting he's going to get the belt off him at Wembley. I don't know. That could have just been the dumbest spoiler ever. I'll give him a bruv for that. And then now we'll circle into Andrew Zarian, and he is a part of this week's Flutes in the Chat, everybody. For everybody's favorite segment, Revamped Wrestling's favorite segment, Mrs. Cornette's favorite segment. I'm sure she listens to Revamped Wrestling. You know, people in the business favorite segment. It is called, I'm sure they're watching his 2K Sims though, but it is called Dave Meltzer's Dumb Moment of the Week. Okay, so Andrew Zarian makes it on this week's Dumb Moment of the Week, and because I need to tie this together here, because like a week or two ago I covered it on the show, Dave Meltzer says that AEW has, you know, like super wrestlers. Swerve, you know, is he isn't, a wrestler, he's a super wrestler, Tony Khan. So Dave Meltzer says they have super wrestlers in AEW. And I'm going, what the fuck's a super wrestler? Andrew Zarian reports that AEW is reportedly planning a mega main event. A mega main event. What does that even mean, dude? What's a mega main event? Jesus Christ. So Andrew Zarian says, I was told that there's a mega main event for that show. Again, I have no idea. It could be bullshit. It could change. Well, what does that even mean? Can we define what mega event means? Jesus, mega event. I can't even say ultra mega man. I don't know. When you quote me on this, you could say Andrew Zarian said this could be bullshit. It could change. I don't know. Well, we're not going to quote that. We're going to quote the rest of it because that doesn't make fucking sense, Andrew. Do you understand that? And I like you, bud, but Jesus. But I was told that show will have a huge main event. But I was told they're going to have a huge pay-per-view level main event. So what? So what does that mean? You know? Like Ospreay Swerve, okay? Like that's big for them, but like what is it? You know, Ricochet versus Dijak. That would be the biggest event they could put on. That's how it was said to me. Okay, so I don't know what that means. I don't know who it could be. I don't know if it's something else. I don't know. But let me tell you how I don't know a bunch of this stuff that I'm saying and putting out into the world, though, about a mega main event. Right, guys? It's crazy. So then I quote tweet this and say, this is why AEW constantly fails. They can never... I wrote this. I'm dyslexic. They can't ever live up to the hype. They cannot ever live up to the hype. Grammatically correct. Let's go. The other week, Dave Meltzer said AEW has super wrestlers. This week, Andrew Zarian is saying AEW is having a mega main event. And I wrote, can't these motherfuckers just be humble, focus on doing the best they can? And it's really crazy what goes on here. You know, a mega main event, super wrestlers. We're doing overruns. Like it's all this like over promising. Everything's bigger than it is, except for the characters in the ring, except for the storytelling. All this shit I'm telling you is larger than life. Too good to be true because it is. And I don't know what a super main. So they're going to do Ospreay, Ricochet, and they're going to do all the flips like I told you, like in 2017. That's what it's going to be, guys. And they're called a super ultra mega main event. Jesus. Crazy to me, man. So sorry, Zarian, but you're getting caught in the crosshairs here this week. Dave Meltzer talks about Shinsuke Nakamura's ongoing absence from WWE TV. And this was cute because you guys know why, because we covered it where? On PWT Podcast and PWT Lounge. So Nakamura was training Rei Tsuura, and he was in his corner for UFC 303 and was at Power Slap, and I'm sure shaking hands with all of the Endeavor folk and Dana White and all of the, right, we covered it. Nakamura used to be Lyoto Machida's roommate, who's a legend in the MMA game. Used to train with Tito Ortiz. So he had fights, handful of fights, didn't have the best record, but Nakamura's fought. So he's at the UFC, bro. He's hanging out with fucking, Endeavor, Dana White, Hunter Campbell, and all these bigwigs, and they're and he's a special guest at their Power Slap show with Rey Mysterio, and he's shaking hands with all these influencers and getting more over, Dave. But anyways, Dave Meltzer says people try to say that Triple H and Tony Khan are opposites booking. They're a lot more similar than people think. There's people and whatever. Sometimes they're not on TV because Brian, they don't got any ideas for them right now. And Nakamura, I think he's probably fine getting that big paycheck and surfing and doing jujitsu. Dave, you're a fucking dummy. And it's just hilarious that I have a quote from Shinsuke as well.
Dummy, yeah.
So Shinsuke, it better still be in my bookmarks here. Shinsuke had a quote saying that he's happy, and I'll just tell you guys what he said, and you can fact check me on it. Shinsuke was asked about his time in WWE, and he's like, yo, I've been here for 8 years or whatever, and I'm happy to be here and have super mega ultra matches. No, to have dream matches with WWE guys. So Shinsuke considers whatever he's doing as dream match level, and he's just doing his thing. And fuck, he's going to continue training undefeated Japanese prospects in UFC and shit like the MMA. Awesome. I'm down with that. And he deserves it. Honestly, he's like sold out Tokyo Dome. I don't know if it's sold out, but he's fought Brock Lesnar at Tokyo Dome and done all that. But Dave just saying to try and conflate that to anything Tony Khan's done with like half of the guys, like WWE's roster's bloated, but like Shinsuke, you just can't compare him like sitting on the couch. You can't even say he's really been sitting on the couch. He's had an absence as of late. He did a job recently, but it's just like you can't compare that to all the people on AEW's roster. Like there's so many people on that roster, and then to compare Tony Khan to Triple H and they're not alike. No, like this is what Dave meant to say. They're similar in that they'll pay people to sit home, and that there's wrestlers who don't mind getting paid to sit home. That's what he meant to say, but he's a fucking idiot, and he doesn't know how to, he doesn't know how to word these things because he's a fucking mushmouth marble brain. So Dave Meltzer, speaking of which, believes that ladder matches have become oversaturated in AEW and WWE recently, but he wouldn't be saying that if there weren't a ladder match every fucking... Tell me all the ladder matches in AEW. Don't they have one like every 2 pay-per-views, I feel like? Now, they had one, I think, at NXT or something recently, or like a couple months ago. Now they have one in WWE for Money in the Bank, but this is like an annual tradition here. So, I don't know. I'm not groveling about it. You know who doesn't do ladder matches? TNA, though. They'll pull that Ultimate X shit out, and you got to applaud them for that. But anyways, Dave says we need fewer ladder matches. People see them every week, so it's not like they're these big draws. Well, Dave, if Forbidden Door, why would Forbidden Door shoe in a ladder match right when Money in the Bank's about to go down? So tell that to Tony Khan, dude. Say, Tony, be original and don't copy what they're doing in the same fucking 3 weeks or whatever. Anyways, we've got 2 more coming this week. 2 straight AEW pay-per-views with ladder matches. There you go. So 2 in a row AEW. So you mean, Dave, you mean AEW's oversaturating the ladder matches? NXT had the ladder match at the last show. I think the match on the AEW show would have been a fantastic match with those 6 guys. Absolutely fantastic with no ladder. No, Dave, that's where you're wrong. And it would have been a safer match. It's not like the ladder is such a unique gimmick that more people are buying the show to see a ladder match. I disagree. I get hyped for ladder matches. If it was one ladder match a year, I could see the argument. Well, that's what WWE does, except for NXT, which isn't main roster level, Dave. So again, you're talking about AEW. You're not actually talking about WWE here, Dave. You fucking idiot. That was a 15-match show. It wasn't the main event. It wasn't the semi. How many down as far as the interest level? You know what, 5, 6, 7 down the list. Yeah, so he's talking about AEW. He's not really even talking about WWE there. The Bloodlines probable lineup. So I quote tweeted this too because I heard something different. I did a little dirt sheet digging. I heard it's not going to be Solo in the match at all. It's going to be the GODs and Jacob. And Solo's going to be like, nah, I'm not fighting. And he's going to get involved, like whatever. That's what I was told by, I'm not ever a dirt sheet. That shit's cringe, you know? So I'll just tell you guys what someone that I don't trust what I'm told all the time either. But a lot of people like to go, here's what WBD's offering. And it's like, until that shit's public, I ain't, you know, like I ain't talking. I don't give a fuck, you know? So yeah. So someone that I can't vet to be 100% truthful was like, yeah, this is what I'm here. So that's what I'm hearing. I'm just throwing it out there. But anyways, Dave Meltzer says, I was told it's probably Tama, Loa, and Solo, but they could easily put Jacob Fatu at the last minute. So Dave just saying all the outcomes. If you want my prediction, I think Solo will bow out and go, nah, I'm not gonna whatever, because that does sound like a good, smart booking idea. When I was told that, I was like, that's actually a really good idea. And I didn't think about even what 3 were going to come into this tag. I thought maybe the baby faces would get one more guy to join them. So whatever, Dave's speculating. He might be making shit up, but he just said 2 different things. So, or like both outcomes. Like basically he's just saying it could be any set. Watch it be Solo, Jacob, and Tonga though. You know what I mean? Just to swerve them. So moving along here. Yeah, we watched this video. I need that sound clip. Dave says there's no way to do any follow-up to the MJF Cole feud now that MJF is using Cole's moves because he's hurt. So because MJF's using his moves, and Shut Up Meltzer said, what, we DM now, but he don't want to come on the show because he just doesn't want attention on him. But we have a direct source now to the best Meltzer coverage in the land, PWT Universe. So let's go. The legend, Meltzer said what? Anyways, though, yeah, Meltzer just talking bullshit here. Now that MJF's doing his moves, they can't feud, or I don't know. I don't know if Adam Cole's ever coming back to wrestling. It's a shame.
And he hit the Panama Sunrise, hit the Brainbuster, got the pin, and it was...
Yeah, he's using Adam Cole moves.
Good basic opener, yeah.
Yeah, so I think there's a story there.
Well, when Cole's back, I mean, you know, I asked the question last night with Tony for a reason. Like, what's your philosophy when someone gets hurt? I mean, is it just starting up again when they came back? And he said, well, you know,
every situation
is different. But I think that it doesn't make any sense for Cole to come back and not continue this thing with MJF. They shot the big angle, and you know,
yeah,
there's been no follow up because he's been hurt.
Well, he can't wrestle. So how can you follow up? You have to wait.
Well, Dave, you say that, but you know what? CM Punk can't wrestle either.
Boom. Well, how can he wrestle? Well, it's just all about the wrestling there. Oh, it's just wrestling. All we do is wrestle. Like, come on, man. Insane.
And they've been doing that CM Punk Drew McIntyre feud for months now.
Yeah, but that's an exception.
Yeah, but that's an exception. No, Dave, it's not. It's wrestling, bro. The fuck, man. Dave, it's not an exception, Dave. You can do. Dakota Kai was hurt forever as part of Damage Control. She wasn't fucking clean. And then when she wasn't in the ring doing bumps. And then as soon as there's ways to, and she was an integral part of that whole thing, kicking Bayley out of the fucking group. And as soon as she was healthy, then she fully physically turned on her. So there's another recent example. Like, Dave is fucked, man. He's fucked.
I mean, you could do.
It's an exception, but you can do it. Is my point.
You can.
It's not like Cole can't walk. Like, he's walking now.
Okay, but the reason that you're doing it is because Punk keeps screwing him. You don't want, like, Adam Cole isn't going to cost MJF the match with Hechicero.
Why? He was the devil who spent a year stalking MJF and then revealed himself, and then why wouldn't he?
You know what I mean? That would be the
Well, he's not
equivalent.
going to, but I mean, there are things that you can do to keep the thing alive while you're waiting for him to return.
Or you could just have a surprise, a surprise return and have.
Oh yeah, another surprise return, Dave. That's what AEW needs. Another good old surprise return. Jesus Christ.
Nowhere. Rather than drag it out and drag it out and drag it out, and then by the time you get there, by the time you get to the match, you're already tired of it. The thing that's different with Punk and McIntyre, number one, is it's essentially because Punk keeps screwing him. That's the thing. But Cole can't keep screwing Max, because they don't want to beat Max over and over again. Certainly not with Hechicero.
What? Why don't they want to beat MJF over? They don't need to beat him over and over again. Tell the fucking story. Look at Drew. Drew lose. He gets his comeuppance. He swerve. He cost this guy. Dave he lacks creativity. He lacks innovation. He just knows what he's seen and what he likes.
Wait, the Young Bucks and Okada.
Yeah, and Brian's just like, my word, you are old and out of touch. So we got a couple more here. Dave Meltzer update. Brian Alvarez goes in depth about how bad the story is that Dave praised last night. So Dave was kissing the ass. I have the tweet here. Shout out at Julian Weeks. Storm pinned Shirakawa. Excellent match. All three kissed when it was over. All story people looking like fools right now. Dave, like, first off, calm down.
What?
But secondly, the match was solid. Yeah, they all kissed and like, that's the story, Dave. Like, how is that? That's not really a story. We just all like the HLA. Yeah, the HLA. Just don't check my text or my plane logs, my flight logs. I'm sorry, guys. So Dave saying this shit, and then up here, Julian posts like, here's Alvarez just fucking cooking that, I guess. So it's just good to see them fighting and hear them thinking oppositely.
And then they do a three-way kiss. And of course, the play's wild because the three of them kissed. But as far as like the story of like all of this, I know, but this has not been my favorite story. I mean, on Wednesday, they did an angle where Mina tried to hit Tony with a champagne bottle. Tony moved and Mina killed Mariah May. What is the follow-up to that?
Exactly.
There was no follow-up whatsoever. Mariah just came out, had a match, won, came out later, didn't seem to have any problem with what had happened. Tony seemed to have completely forgiven Mina for trying to kill her with a champagne bottle and hitting her protege instead. It was like, I don't even know. I have no idea why they even did that angle. And then the payoff here was they're all on the same page. So, the fans cheered, so, whatever. Everyone's got their
exactly.
opinion.
Oh, justified. This is awesome, chant. And then Dave, of course, like, excellent match. All story people. No, Dave, it's not that there's no story. It's that the story fucking sucks balls, dude. That's what it is. When we say no story, we mean like nothing of substance, Dave. Like what you lack, why your shit sucks. Jeepers. Cheek kissing isn't a story. Dave Meltzer is gross. He's just a little kid in a onesie. Dave Meltzer thinks that Swerve Strickland versus Ospreay from Forbidden Door is within the top 4 best matches of the year so far. Oh yeah, it was one of the best matches of the year. I thought right in the top 3-ish, top 4. Do you agree? Do we agree, chat? I think I know the answer to that. So, Will Ospreay, he comments on the record low ratings. This gets, I guess we'll put this in this segment as well. And he said that one did suck to see when it came out because for me, that was a home run Dynamite. Well, you guys all have a bad opinion on what the fuck are home run Dynamites is what I think I'm coming to the conclusion of. Will Ospreay says it was an excellent show. There weren't any down points in it for me. It just sucks that it was such a low rating, but it's motivating for me. I'm sure it's motivating to others. I'm not someone who ignores that type of shit. I see it. I take note of it. I put it in the checkbook. So hopefully he made a note of all of Dave's cope about that because, yeah, Bruv's going to have to figure out what to do. There ain't nobody drawing ratings over there right now, and people are predicting, like I said, 700K for this one because the wild card, people might be into maybe Dijak, maybe Ricochet. So, yeah, we have, here we go. We got Dave Meltzer, dying. So this is the last one we'll talk about tonight here, guys. At Meltzer said what the legend says. Dynamite Dave is still dying on the hill of the Machiavellian story of the three-way kiss at Forbidden Door. Yet when his own co-host questioned him on how nonsensical it was and the complete lack of follow-up from the champagne bottle angle, he had zero defense. So now here's them actually arguing about it. And here we go. He's assembled.
There is
clips.
one big problem with this.
Yes.
There was absolutely, positively zero follow-up to that entire champagne bottle gimmick that they did on Wednesday.
True. She didn't sell it at all.
True. She didn't sell it at all. So then there's no story, Dave. It's a nonsensical story. So all you know storytelling, people. Fucking idiot.
Is Mariah angry?
Yep,
Shouldn't Tony be angry that Mina tried to hit her with a bottle? And she missed, but she tried. And then she killed Mariah. It was like, they just all lived happily ever after. There was no follow-up whatsoever to that. Mariah didn't have a thing on her head, nothing.
Nothing. No,
it was like it never happened. So
it was like it never happened. She didn't sell like she was groggy in the match with Saraya.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So who looks foolish now, Dave?
You're right. You're right. Yeah.
We had.
So here we go. Dave keeps going though. The story started in November and it isn't close to complete. A three-way lesbian kiss is brilliant storytelling, Dave. And I'm all down. Like, I ain't hate. Like, dude, I like the pretty girls. There's pretty dudes in wrestling, too, for the ladies to look at, or the dudes, whatever you're into. You know what I mean? But it's just like, Dave, you're dying on this hill of, like, the three-way kiss is like a cheap pop, bro. That's Vince Russo level HLA. You know,
there is one big problem with this.
Oh, we played that one, and here is...
And the big,
And here's just, more. Let's just listen here. You'll get the context.
If you want to talk about one big faux pas on this show, it was the absolute, complete, and total lack of follow-up.
So we listen to that clip. That's just an extended version. So here's Meltzer said what, though? Dave, yes, there's been a continuous story with Tony and Mariah since she debuted. It's been one of the few consistent ones, hence why Mariah got more over than most new debuting AEW talent, which is so true. That's why it's over and people are into it. Like, they're actually building a story here. Doing a three-way kiss is not the story arc, like you smashing a banana in your ex's face, though. And that's just it. Like, it's the kiss is a beat to the story. That's not, this is a story. I don't know.
With a champagne bottle on one.
Stormpin Shirakawa. Here we go. Sorry, we read that one. So here's someone tweeting out, no, really, I want to actually hear this. How is this a story? Where is the arcs? Where's the anticipation? Where is literally any real elements of a story? Right? Like, it's not like they even really built up to a three-way kiss. They just did it, and everyone popped. Say what you want to say about the match. That's your opinion, but etc. Meltzer says they've been doing the story for months, evolved from Tony not giving her the time of day to making her a protege and star. But she didn't do that. How is she a star, bro? Jesus. Then tease a split because of former friendship with Mina. But since you never watched the show, of course you don't know this. But why would you comment? That's why I don't get it. See, just dismissive, just like that goofball in the chat earlier. You're just dumb because you don't think like me. No, bro. Dave, you're not even giving this guy a chance. Listen to his logic. But then when you give Brian a chance and he goes, but she smashed a champagne bottle, you're going, oh yeah, you're actually right. Because this guy's right too, Dave. So you're going to go apologize to this guy at LadyBur0618? You're going to go apologize to him? Fucking idiot. But why would you comment? That's what I don't get. There's more ways that you did that as well.
This is a Saraya match. There was nothing. She didn't sell it at all.
Sorry, that shit keeps playing. The Dave Meltzer banana story. So apparently there's a story that Dave there's something about he shoved a banana in someone's face. I didn't dive into this.
Not acknowledged.
We'll have to check that on another show. Dave shoving a banana in a face.
You what?
But that was Dave Meltzer's dumb moment of the week. Thank you all who stuck with me through this grind of a show. Another 3-hour show. We did 5.5 last time. Chat, you guys are absolutely goated. Round of applause for you all. And I just want to sincerely thank you all for getting me to 1K subs on the one channel. and on the road to 4K on the Pro Wrestle Clips channel. The one channel is at Pro Wrestle Times. That's the other one, youtube.com/at Pro Wrestle Times. Sincerely, it means so much. And the replay, if you're tuning in late to this, it's going to become members only on this channel. And on the other channel, it's going to go live. There's a reason I do that. You already know. But I just can't tell you guys how much I appreciate you at Pro Wrestle Times, at Pro Wrestle Clips. You guys already know what's coming. If you know the show, you know what's coming. To show my appreciation, I will bid you adieu. Kiss, kiss, bang, Kenny Omega style. From one Canuck to another, here's someone with a tremendous sign off here tonight. I love you all. Thanks for tapping in. Oh, and oh yeah, the next live show I think will be on like Sunday. Ant Evans, bunch of wrestlers coming on. It's the best pro wrestling podcast and live show in the world. Good night.
I look and see it's not just me. So many others have stood where I stand. We are the young, so raise your hand. They call us problem child. We spent our lives on trial. We walk an endless mile. We are the youth gone wild. We stand and we won't fall. We're one and one for all. The writing's on the wall. We are the youth gone wild. Let it get wild. Yay!
Thank you.